Perfect.
I'm gonna go home and play Sims after this.
I thought about that too. I'm like,
That's actually just your game.
No, it's literally. I got my whole PC set up now. Like, it's crazy.
What are you running? Is it just like store bought or did you build it?
Oh no, I don't know how to do that. I got the Alienware whole setup, but something was
expensive.
wrong with the, yeah, no.
That's actually
Making
so
payments still. Like, it's crazy. No. I got the screen, like the PC and like the mouse, everything headset, like in a bundle for like $4,000.
You know what's funny is
Not
that's
me
like
paying off my
that's
credit
like the
card, dude.
cheaper end of Alienware.
No, cheaper. But now I want this. They have this gaming laptop because like I like playing Sims like when we're driving and going places. Yeah, that's gonna be.
This is like an evolved iPad kid.
No, it's a problem. I
know?
started off with Sims on like the big, like giant box computer with like the end sticking out, and it was Sims 2. And like the graphics, you couldn't even tell if it was a girl or a boy. Like, it was bad, but like I was in love building the houses, flowers, whatever the fuck. But no, now it's like escalated to Sims 4 where like you get to pick like the swash palettes, like design them down to like their bone structure and where their freckles go. Like, it's crazy. So
I didn't know Sims 4 was like that.
I didn't know Sims game like that. Hold on, I didn't know.
It was crazy. Like, I really enjoy Sims because just it will take me about 3 weeks to build like the mansions and houses that I build because I put details in putting on light switches to like there's a crack in the wall here, like scratches in the floorboard. Like, I get into detail. Like, one of these days I'll have to show you guys like the amount of detail I put into this house.
Sims house.
You know what? I'd actually be down to do an episode just looking at your Sims
do you have like a?
world.
I don't know how. I don't know what Sims gaming is, but do you have like a whole family tree? Is like how
Oh
big
yeah,
is
so
it?
right now the Sims family that I have is we're about 16 generations deep. Mind you, this is like
16.
no, like it's 16 generations, and mind you, the first generation started with a vampire Sim character.
This is just JoJo's. I've just answered JoJo's. God damn it.
No, like a vampire Sim character. She was like, I made her friendly with the world. Like, she never fed on humans. She only fed off the plants. She ended up becoming a really famous singer. She got married to this werewolf, and I was like, dude, I just need to see like what one is stronger. Like, is all the kids gonna be vampires, werewolves? Because you can't do hybrids, so it's just it happens. Out of the 6 kids we had with her, 4 of them were werewolves, and one of them was a vampire, and one of them was a human. And I was like, fuck. And like, I only pick one child from the family that I want to carry on and really dedicate time and energy. The rest, I'll put them in their own houses and give them like wives. And if they decide to have kids, whatever the fuck. Because
let the lore do the lore thing.
Because when you're not playing a Sims character, they still go amongst and do their own thing. Like, the family will age up, they will die. Automatically, you'll get a call and be like, Henry the Third died. And he was like your great-great-grandpappy or some shit. And you're like, oh, damn. And the Sim's like all sad. He's never met him at all. Like, and the Sim's like grieving a family member, just like depressed as fuck, like wants to cry in the bed and shit. But the family member I'm on, like I said, it's a 16 generation. She is a famous actor. She is actually the vampire gene that I carry down from it. And she's like almighty powerful vampire. Like, she's a ruthless bitch. Like, it's crazy because I have her married to this normal ass looking man. I turned him into a vampire and she has a side piece. And what happened was the side piece ended up coming over. She got knocked up by the side piece. She immediately went and had sex with her man. And the child came out black. Because mind you, her side piece is, you know, a nice little Jamaican man. And, and like, her husband is a little cream puff. Like, he's blonde hair, blue eyed. This baby came out dark, kinky, curly hair.
I just have to. It's just a fucking joke. It's just a joke about cheating.
She already made a whole soap opera.
No,
who's goddamn black baby?
No, literally, like she gave birth. Both of them are at the hospital, mind you. Like, Sim giving birth, both men at the hospital. I'm like, one of them's about to be surprised today. Like, one of them, because I told both of them, like, hey, like, shared the big news to all of them, like, hey, like, you might be having a baby. Like, chill out.
Does the Sim wait?
Goes through emotions because when the baby was born, the hubba automatically was like, I've been betrayed. She cheated on me. Who the fuck's kid is this? Like, he was
Jamaican guy in the room.
The Jamaican guy, like, one of his traits is non-conventional and he hates children. And he was like, oh my fucking God, I have a kid. Like, he was stressed out at the hospital. He's like, fuck, like, damn. I'm a pappy now. Like, what the fuck?
What in the Young and the Restless is this?
No, like, it's crazy. Like, and then it's like, you have so much control. So it's like, I made like the hubba forgive her, and he ended up adopting the little black baby, and the side piece comes over, takes care of the kid, and like, I made it where they have like an open relationship. And this is like the first family that I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this traditional bullshit. Let's add some spice, because all of these kids are coming out like straight A students, great. And I feel like the turn I'm taking with this family now is we're on the 16th generation. All of them have been famous. They've been great people, living their best lives. I was like,
let's
fuck
get a
it.
crack
Next kid, no, literally, it's like next kid, homeless. Like, there's no.
I have to give Serenity or her credit. It took 16 generations
Mind
for her
you,
to go,
this is like
I don't like this no more.
The storyline, I was like, I've already bred out all of the werewolf in the family. Like, there's barely any humans. They're mostly, it was like vampire. There was a couple werewolves here and there, but then they learned how to cure the disease, and like, it was crazy.
Eugenics on werewolves?
No, like, it's the werewolves are so hard to work with on Sims. It's like annoying as fuck, because like everything pisses them off, and then boom, they're a werewolf raging the house, and I'm just like, I cannot with these fools right now. Like, I was like,
the Buffalo werewolves.
no, so I did the whole like, because every Sims pack is a lore. So like the vampire lore, there's a way to cure the vampirism. There's a way, like, you get different things and aspirations that you can work on. And so one of the werewolf aspirations was, hey, like, cure me, motherfucker. Like, figure this out, because I'm tired of being a werewolf. Like, and you can join packs and become a pack leader. It was crazy. But yeah, so I ended up carrying them out. And yeah, so now they live in a giant vampire fucking mansion that's like 3 stories high. Like, I kept using the cheap motherlode, because you have to pay for everything that you build on the game. And luckily the cheat, you get it for free if you type it in enough. But yeah, so they're rich. She owns a veterinarian clinic. She has like 6 employees. They're living their little best life. So yeah, welcome to Sims lore.
Wow.
No, I'm telling you, if you got...
I just want to look at the family tree.
Literally, it says 44,000 hours on Sims. Not a fuck to give.
Say that again.
Wait, what?
44,000 hours I've spent on Sims.
Means 4,400 hours?
No, 44,000 hours.
How many days is that?
It's solid.
If you've been playing since Sims 2 till 4,
because it doesn't. So what happened was they switched from EA Sports to Origins, and so I lost all of that. Everything on Sims 2, Sims 3 that I was playing, gone. And mind you, I was definitely in the 100+ hours. 100 and like 100,000 plus hours on that end. Because I've been playing Sims since I was 8.
That's 30. That's 5 years logged on the Sims.
No, that's since I literally bought the PC 5 years ago. So yeah. It was... Yeah.
So wait, you're telling me you have more than 44,000 hours?
No, I've been playing Sims since I was 8.
Okay, that makes sense though.
That's
well, I didn't know you were getting like this.
It makes sense, but it's also that's an astronomical number. No,
like, I'm telling you, if I wasn't here right now, I'd be playing Sims. Like, it's a problem that I really.
It's after work. It's during work.
No, it's literally like at work. I'm thinking about, oh my god, I could design this house like this. Like, I could throw the fort. Like, yeah. When I get home, I'm building that for sure.
Well, you know what Serenity's doing after this?
Playing Sims.
I kind of respect it.
I respect the game.
It's the grind. And so I was going to do like a TikTok where like I show people like the families, give them the storyline, show them how I build houses, but I haven't built up that confidence enough to do it. I think I posted one of me doing like the outer interior of it, but then I was like, this is kind of boring. Like, who's really going to watch me build this giant mansion from scratch? Like, who cares about that type of
Hey, there's some if you're able to deliver a story along with it, some people watch.
No, some people get into it. Like, there is people on TikTok who talk about their Sims like life, and they have like all the mods where like you could go up and become a serial killer, like stab people. Like, you can go crazy with Sims. It becomes really real.
See, I can say that you'd probably, like, if you just like live streamed you just randomly playing The Sims one day, I think you'd do extremely successful, because there's just a random day where I was trying to test. I think I was testing out my new camera, and I just started I was testing out my new desk setup. and I started live streaming just me playing Animal Crossing, and it just did surprisingly
No,
well.
people are just like, damn, this shit looks fun as fuck. And that's what it's like. Lego Fortnite, I went crazy on. Like, I was like, this is the best shit that could have ever happened. Because one, I was obsessed with Legos as a kid. I built the Harry Potter like mansion. Like, anything that could be built, I was building it. Like, I didn't care. My fingers raw, bleeding. Me 4 days straight hunched over, like trying to build shit. Like, obsessed with Legos. And so when they put it in Fortnite form, I said, gotta go.
Yeah, I'm in.
I said, sorry, Sims, I will be back, but I need to really see this out. Me and Kaden obsessed with any Lego game. Lego Harry Potter, Lego Batman, like anything Lego. We were like, yes, this is shit.
It was real. I was the same.
No, like, it was like, this is the best.
Those games are actually so fun.
No, and it's like just watching him implode because I kept killing him or throwing him off the screen. Like, it was the best thing that ever happened to us. Mario Brothers, we'd go fucking crazy in. He'd be like, fucking bot me. And I'm just like running through the map trying to get all the stars. Dude, he was so annoying because like all he tried to do was either kill me or he was just like not paying attention to what we were supposed to be doing. I was like, just bubble, bro. I'll pop you when we get to like the guy that we have to fight.
Kaden was actually just textbook little brother.
Dude, and it was like those memes where it's like, when you wanted to be like player one, dude, that was literally me and Kaden on a daily. I feel, don't fucking push anything, shut it off. Like I was so mad because my character Mario had like 100+ lives, and like on the Wii, like there was no way you could just switch in between. Like the first player was always Mario, and I was like, bro, don't do this right now because like I will fight you. Like
I have 100 lives.
Like, don't play with me right now. And he was always a fucking little marshmallow guy. The yellow one.
No, I was about to say
him being yellow toad.
No, literally
so
with like
funny.
one life. Like I was like, so you're not a Luigi guy? Like you're just yellow toad guy? I said whatever. Like we're not gonna argue about this.
That's so funny.
Purposely choosing Toad over Luigi.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I thought it was really insane. I said, you really just have problems, don't you?
And it's yellow Toad. It's not even like
not blue
not
toad.
red, not blue. He said yellow.
Yellow
Gotta
toad.
go. He said, no, I don't care about anything else.
Because it was always funny playing with Colby and Cliff because Colby had to be Mario because that's his favorite. And then I was Luigi. And then Cliff's favorite. We basically all three got our favorite characters.
And it's like fighting over Yoshi was crazy. Like he would kill his Yoshi thing and he would like try to get mine. He'd throw the fucking little shells at me and it would go ding. I was like, oh my fucking god, like, dude, quit it. And I'd like pick him up, throw him over the edge. And he's like, stop fucking killing me, man. I was like, stop trying to fucking Kaden was ruthless on those games and I was too. So we really enjoyed it. Wii Sports, the boxing, go fucking crazy. We'd have like Eminem music playing in the background as I'm like just beating the fuck out of his character. Like he was like, let's do slow motion fighting. So it's like slow motion Wii fighting. And I was just like, yeah, this is good shit right here.
Good times.
But then it like escalated to like waterboarding each other. Like it was crazy.
What?
We played, it was GTA 5 during like the torture scene where he was like pulling out the dude's teeth and like electrocuting him in the game, like on his little nips. And then we got to the part where like you waterboard the character. He's like, dude, like
we should do that.
He was like, let's fucking try that. Like, do you think it feels weird? And so like we tried it and I was like, never again. Like that was too far, even for me. I said that's crazy.
You know, I have to make the comment. Maybe the old people are right. Maybe these violent video games are manipulating.
No, it's really the problem.
To be fair though, I think kids in like the 80s and 70s were also waterboarding each other.
No, like, I can promise you, like it wasn't just us out there. There's other kids and other people that will watch this and be like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone. Like
just get bored and be like, you know, I did once shoot a nail gun at my brother.
No, I literally was like, one day I was like, you know what, fuck it. Smash the snow globe on Kaden's head. I was like, I just want to see what would happen if I did that. It's called being a scientific experiment. That's what I like to call it. If I smash the snow globe on his head, what is the results of those actions? Groundation? 1. He had to go to the hospital.
I just zoom in on my face as the audio gets louder. Kids, start putting the fucking Dora theme around me. Kids, what do you think will happen if I use this snow globe and smash it over my brother's head?
And it's like the pause for like Dora, they swear, the little sound music.
That's right. He starts bleeding.
We had to pick glass out of his hair. Like, it was crazy. The doctor said if he didn't have the afro, like, it would have been more serious.
You know,
You went to the doctor?
you know,
No, he had to go to the
You know what's
doctor,
crazy though is because people actually use those as like murder weapons.
Do they actually?
Yeah.
No, I've been trying to snuff Kaden out since like day one. I can
What the
promise
fuck?
you. No, my mom, like the stories she has, she's like, yeah, like one day I came back and you was in his crib sitting on his face. Like, I didn't know how long you were there. I didn't even know if he was okay. Like, crazy. I was like, yeah, day one.
Day one.
The feud started. It was crazy.
Serenity might actually just be like a little kookaburra chick.
Literally just fucking murdering her siblings. It's fine. No, I
Only
broke
one
Caden's
can
arm
live.
twice. The same arm. Because the
same
first, he
arm.
was 3 and I was like 4 and I pushed him down the stairs outside our apartment. Broke his arm. And then he was like 12 and I was like 13. And I was like, Caden, just get in this fucking toy box. Like, go down these stairs. It's going to be so...
I think you've told me.
No, literally, so it's gonna be so fucking sick, man. Like, this is gonna be the best thing that's ever
Yeah, I
happened.
remember
And at
this.
this time, Vine was going crazy, and I was like, dude, we can Vine it. Like, this shit's gonna be great. And he's like, dude, like, what if I fall? I was like, you're not. Like, I gave him like a motorcycle helmet that we got from the scrapyard, put some pillows in his shirt, everything, like, stuffed him up. I was like, yeah, we got this. And like, we set him on the stairs. Mind you, it's steep basement stairs that lead to just cement floor. Like, it was a safety hazard to begin with. Like, and mom was gone. Like, she's at work and this is our plan. Like, this is our plot. No, homie pushed him down that set. He grabbed the railing and I was just like, no. Like, some crazy, like,
Long
like the
live the
300
king.
Lord of Sparta, like, shit. I was like, down the fucking stairs, not a fuck in the world. Tumbled, like, this, he wasn't even in the toy box anymore. Like, he was out. Toy box still at the top of the stairs. Like, it was just,
It didn't go according to plan.
no, like, there was no plan. It was just, I wanted to push him down the stairs, and this is how I was gonna make it happen.
To be fair, had he not grabbed the railing and held onto that box, he probably would have been fine.
No, for real. If he would have just followed protocol,
Oh, you didn't follow protocol? Fucking
follow
die.
safety.
no, literally, foot in the chest and everything, just down the stairs. But
Oh
yeah,
my
he definitely broke his
gosh.
fucking arm. Like, it was crazy gnarly. Worst part was, like, he was so phased in like the adrenaline, he tried to pick and push up with his broken arm, and the sound, guys, the sound was unbelievable because his bone was out of his fucking arm. Like, it was crazy. Your Aunt Carmen ended up coming to the house, or your mom, my aunt, she was the only person available to come get him. Caden's just sitting there like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine.
Your mom.
No, my aunt's like, you could have fucking killed
arm's
him.
fucking
No,
broken.
no, broken. He now has metal plates in that arm because it's been broken so
Where
many
was Caleb
times.
during all of this? Playing Mario.
I
No.
probably was just at home playing
Not
Mario.
a fuck to give at all.
Did not care.
Your cousin broke his arm today. How?
No,
How? How is that my problem?
Anyway,
He said,
Mario.
I'm fine. Like, it's chill. Like, I don't even gotta worry about that. He's cool. No, his arm has a permanent bend to it now. Like, his arm isn't straight.
And you did that too.
No, yeah. I take full credit for that.
Oh my god.
He has genetic modifications now because of me.
He's a
cyborg.
No, literally.
he
I
might
turned
be the
him into
Winter
the hero
Soldier.
he is today.
He is the Winter Soldier.
I literally gave him his villain arc. It's fine. Like, he's got this.
Well, that's was Serenity's lore during elementary. Now let's
Yeah.
go into middle school.
Middle school. Also, we never did the intro.
We can do it in
welcome to
post.
the podcast.
You
I'm
said-
Caleb.
we could rewind that
Alex,
shit.
Serenity. This is the middle school episode.
Middle school, damn. Middle school was rough.
So, middle school, you were telling us some stories.
No, yeah, those stories were all definitely middle school 13 for sure.
You want to
Caden would
share
know.
those on the podcast?
You can.
No, yeah, no,
You can
for
bleep
sure.
the names.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. Caden's fine. Put him all over the place. They gotta know like he was bullied the fuck out of his
No,
sister.
we're gonna bring Kaden on the podcast.
No,
for these
to verify these stories and allegations.
No, I'm just gonna be like this. Was your sister a dick?
Definitely for sure. I was an asshole at the fullest extent. Like, I can promise you
Oh
that.
my!
I'd laugh at you and be like, "Fuck that bitch."
No, for real.
He
Fuck
probably
me on
would
God.
say that too.
No, he'd be like, yeah, for sure. Like, she was a dick. But mind you, Caden was a dick back. It wasn't like all of this was unprovoked. Like, I was just woke up, was like, I'm breaking his fucking arm today. Like, I was never like that.
I think you did think that.
No, I did for the Vine for sure. Because I was
For
like,
the
dude,
Vine.
imagine this shit going viral, bones sticking out, him down the stairs. This is perfect. perfect content. Like this.
Little Serenity. Oh, it's gonna go crazy.
This
Find
is about
TOS.
to go
You can't do that.
fucking crazy
break
right
your
now.
arm.
Like, no. And then the only reason why I stopped Vine was because someone called writing fat in the comments. And I was like, yeah, no.
Hey, that's
I might have to
rude.
fight someone for that. Like, that's crazy. I was like, he's 5. Like, chill out, homie. Like, you're crazy for that. Mind you, bullying was like a big thing. Especially
yeah.
in middle school. I was bullied the fuck out of. Like, it was crazy. But it made me stronger. I'm a better individual because of it. And it was only at Chief Mo. Only at Chief Mo I was bullied. Like, it was crazy.
That's right. You did go to Chief Mo.
I went to Chief Mo for my 6th grade year. I ran for student like president, or whatever the fuck that was. Embarrassing folklore of Serenity.
What year
France.
was this?
This was whatever year it was.
Was this before Obama? It was.
No,
this was
no,
not
because
Obama.
no,
This was
5th
during
grade.
Obama.
No, 5th grade, Obama became president, and everyone was like, because I remember arguing
That guy
with some
became
dude.
president back in
08.
kindergarten.
No, like he was around for a minute, but no, I remember like 5th grade year was something like he was either getting reelected or he was running for it, and it was me and he was arguing with me. Like, why are you arguing? I was like, he's the first black president. He's like, no, he's fucking not. He's not the first president. I said, are you hearing me? Are you listening to me?
Black
President, you fool. Like, what the fuck are you talking
That
about?
is such a fucking middle school argument.
No, it's not even middle school. That was elementary. Like, I was getting into it with him. But no, and then ever since that point, like when I argued, everyone was like, she looks like Obama. And I was like, that's crazy. Like,
What? Take it as a compliment?
no, I was like, I guess I'm the first black president in the United States. I don't know how I feel. I just want to thank the people, the fans,
Obama PNG?
just right over my
right
face and be
over-
like, this is a President Obama.
That's President Obama on the podcast.
No. Welcome, guys. Like, I just but no, it was bad. And like only generally in middle school people thought I was like attractive or nice when my hair was straight. Like that was very
that's just racism.
no, it was crazy. Like I'd show up to school, my hair straight, and everyone was like, she's a new bitch. Like she's great. Like this is the best version of Serenity I've seen. So it definitely was like altering. So I straightened my hair a lot throughout middle school. Like it was barely curly.
When's the last time you puffed your hair? I'm trying to remember.
It was puffed yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah, it was puffed.
Good.
In all of the videos, my hair has been curly, except in this one.
Except today.
Shout out.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, hold on, timeline wise, your hair's always kind of.
It's always been a puff, but that is not until like high school where I was like, I love my hair. Like this shit's banging. Like curly hair was. I think that's because it became a trend. Everyone was like curly hair, curly hair. Like everybody wanted it, and I was like, bitch, I have it. It grows out my
Wait a
head
minute.
that way. Like this is crazy. Like I really got a trend. And like even throughout middle school, it was like everyone was obsessed with like the super skinny girls or like skater chicks. So, like I bought a longboard and everything. I was like, I'm gonna do this.
I remember when you started doing
No,
that.
longboard, skinny jeans, Converses, and a plaid fucking button up
Sure.
red and black. I was like, this is my whole personality for the next like 6 years. It was great. That was the only thing that I picked up out of my younger years was Converses. They really stuck with me through all generations. Because elementary school, I had a pair of black Converses, but I changed out the laces to match my outfit. So like lime green was my shit. And then middle school,
I didn't know this.
no, I had a fetish with lime green.
Fetish?
No, it was a problem. Like everything I owned was lime green and sparkles. Like Twinkle Toes, lime green. Lime green, sparkles. Like it was crazy. But yeah, middle school started at Chief Mo, bullied and harassed. Like it was crazy. Like I genuinely was like, yep, I am the ugliest bitch in this entire facility because there's no fucking way. And then I switched to Frontier and it was just like horizons were broadened. It was crazy. Like
Everybody was just kind of chill.
Just vibe.
yeah, I was like, this is nothing like the harassment. Like I came from prison to like this is crazy. Like this like I was like, there's no way. Like this is real for sure. And the worst part was in 6th grade when I was at Chief Mo, I had braces to the max. Like it was crazy. And my mom made me bows for every single one of my outfits. So like I had a matching bow or matching headband for every outfit I wore throughout middle school. Shout out to her. But I was so embarrassed.
Oh, the headband kind of tough.
No, the headband was tough until you got to school, you know? I was like, yeah, this fits fire. And it's like my mom still dressed me and did my hair. And she would put so much product in my curls so they'd shrivel up. And it literally looked like I had like a mini afro. Like it was bad. And then on top of braces, I was like, kill me now. Like, there's no way.
And my suffering God.
And I know, literally, I was like, please, like, someone take me out. There's no way. There's no way. And it's like, you're also going through that awkward phase of puberty and stuff. And I was like, this is the worst thing that could ever happen to
This
me.
is awful.
This is
So hey, we were all losers in middle school.
We were.
No.
This is a genuine question. You already answered it. But did you have an awkward like phase, like puberty phase? I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember it, or I didn't have it.
Honestly,
He said I skipped over that
I don't
part.
think I paid attention enough to.
He said I didn't really care. I do remember like Caleb's slick back hair phase. It was crazy.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it was just like, and I was like, oh, this is a personality now for him. This is an everyday.
To like, about like 2 years ago, and then you're like,
No.
I'm just done.
I give up.
No, but it's like, love the new look, really too. If you guys saw it and lived through it, you would
Can
know
we get,
this
can we
is.
get a picture on screen?
No, literally,
Caleb
just
from
insert
2
photo
years
here.
ago, from the start of the podcast.
Basically, that yeah.
Nah, the first version of him that was
Just grab
crazy.
that face, change the voice to be so much higher.
it's like, I never-
Technically, I went back to my original hairstyle by
Yeah.
not doing anything to it.
He said I literally woke up and this is that.
I pretty much did.
No, I could never do that. Like, ever. I literally had to wake up and do my whole hair this morning. It was crazy. It was a whole experience. Shout out to that. But yeah, once I got to Frontier, it was different. Because, like, mind you, like, I'm 13, still got a dollhouse, toys in my room. Like, I'm vibing. I'm still a little ass kid. I get to Frontier and everyone's, like, trying to smack up on my ass. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
No, it
What
was
the
like they had
heck?
slap ass Fridays. Like, I was like, what is
Okay,
going
I
on?
didn't hear about that.
No,
Huh?
it was like crazy
What the fuck
shit.
were we doing?
Not
Bro,
doing that.
we're
That's
talking about Pokemon, I guess.
no, literally off in your own little world. As I'm literally getting sexually harassed on a daily
That's
basis.
insane.
What
Yeah,
the
definitely
fuck?
going like 7th grade year and up. It was just like a whole different experience. Cause like I went from like some bitch that everyone's like, yeah, you look like Obama, to like they're trying to grab up on me in the hallway. I was like, oh, like pause up, like what the fuck is going on?
So
The hormones.
So
I said, damn. I said, I don't know what happened to all y'all, but this is crazy.
so is that just like the life of like a preteen girl?
Oh, yeah,
That
it's
just harassment.
I also remember like I started posting more, like I started getting more like social media, started posting more, and like it would be like 30-year-old men hitting me up on Facebook like, I'm trying to meet up with you, I'm trying to do stuff, and I was like,
I did
Chris Hansen, where are you?
no, literally, like
Oh,
I was
no.
like, this is crazy, like going
PDF
like
files.
like puberty for girls is awful. Like this shit is crazy.
Holy
Like
crap.
because 1 minute you're literally like a little boy, like no one cares, like you, and then all of a sudden they're like, damn, I didn't even know you was like that, Serenity. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm literally, nothing's changed from that year to this year. Like, it's crazy. My braces came off my 7th grade year. Thank the fucking heavens. I told my mom, I'm done with the bows. You need to quit that shit. I'm going to a new school. I learned my lesson. Like, please quit that. Like, that's crazy. And then I changed my like whole. I stopped wearing like lime green like crazy. Like that really
lost
saved my
your
life.
I think you should bring it back.
No, lime green. I will bring it back one of these days. I still do green, mind you, but it's not what it used to be.
You know what? I feel that though. I love green.
No, green is such a vibe, and yellow. Like if I could wear those two every day, I'm good. But I'm not a Packers fan. Like seeing those two colors together give me PTSD.
It's wrong.
Like, I was like, never. You
My brother's saying, no, do it.
No, never. But yeah, it changed my whole look, pretty much everything. And then I pulled up to school, and that was during my leggings phase. Where patterned leggings were like the shit. I had every color of jeggings, which was jeans, which was like red, purple. Like I had every fucking color of
Oh,
it,
I remember that phase.
dude. And then I had every pattern you can think of leggings, like rose, checker. Like I was like, yep. And I was like stacked up on t-shirts, like any type of t-shirt on the planet. I was like, this is now me. This is who I am. Little did I know leggings were like the worst choice of the century, because everyone was like, oh my
Harassment.
god, fattest fucking ass on the planet. I'm like, dude, I'm 14.
Oh my
No, it was
gosh.
bad. Like, and mind you, like I look up in pictures from like middle school. I was like, you guys were blind. like there's, I still look like a little boy. Like, what are you talking about? And it was like not just from the students and the boys. It was like the teachers as well. Like I was hit on a daily basis by teachers. Like I think we were just talking about it, Mr. Crazy fool. Crazy.
Can we explain the lore here?
No, he's one.
Should we bleep it out in post?
We'll bleep out his name.
Yeah.
Just go off. We'll
He
bleep.
said,
We'll do it in
no,
post.
mind you, day one creeped me out because I had his math class and like he did the seating charts and all of that, and it's like automatically he was too touchy, too fucking friendly. I was like, like.
Hold on, my radar going off.
No, literally radar going off. But mind you, I was like, I still was a kid. Like I'm still in that kid fucking mindset. Like.
Teachers are my friend.
He's my friend. Like,
they're not your friends. Run away.
No, they're grown ass men who now find you attractive because you got a set of A cups and you wore leggings that day. Set him off. But mind you, he got caught watching porn also on his TV.
What was it though? I'm just curious.
I don't know what it was, but just know it was just not appropriate enough for them to for him to.
It was the beginning of the video.
Yeah, it was just like,
so
it wasn't bad enough for him to get fired, but he was not allowed to be in that classroom. They switched him to be computer teacher. Mind you, worst decision ever because now I have him math. I used to have him math, and then the next year I had him for computer typing.
So I thought that was just like a rumor that was made up. He actually did that?
No, he actually did that.
There was multiple stories of girls being like, check out my ass. My ass.
He literally, I remember, like I was telling you guys, like I walked up to his desk to hand him my paper, and he was like, no, you could flip around. And I was like, oh, okay, like me being a fucking ditz. I was like, yeah. So I flipped around, and the whole time he's just like looking at my ass, like so noticeable that was just like laughing
the
so
gooner
fucking hard.
himself.
No, and I was just like, this is crazy because like that's insane. I was like, that's like literally insane. Like this is crazy for me. And then 7th grade was that. Pretty much I was obsessed with singing in my shower. I had woodshop, which was the shit because I had hella friends in woodshop. I think me and KV one time had like a sword fight with the brooms in the back, and he hit me in the head and gave me a concussion. Didn't show up to school for like 2 days. Like, yeah.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, we were literally like Star Wars fighting, and the broom slipped and it came back and went, and I was like, oh shit, like I said my fucking head's
my
on
brain.
it.
Hold on.
But he felt like shit, but I was just like, nah, it's cool. Like we was fighting. He's going ham in the back.
We both literally knew this was gonna happen.
No, like we knew this shit was gonna go crazy, like insane. I had a lot of like girlfriends, but none of them lasted. I've realized now, like growing up, like
The bitches were fake.
no, yeah, it was crazy.
Pretty
like
much.
it wasn't
That's
like
why I only kept the one.
I'm here.
no, see, like I'm not really friends with anyone that I went to high school with because I just realized like it wasn't the energy I need. And not gonna say it was all them. Yeah, there were some parts I played, but it wasn't me the whole time. I could put that on everything.
Yeah.
And there was just some instances where I was just like, yeah, like this is not it. And I felt like it took more of my energy to communicate with these people than it should have needed to be. Because now that I'm in a healthy relationship, I have a healthy friend group, I'm like,
This is great.
I'm not exhausted. Like this is not exhausting at all. Like I could do this every
Me
fucking
and
day.
Caleb periodically texting once a week. What are you doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
Cool. Yeah.
Ends the conversation. 3 fucking wizards said.
No, and so that's where I really learned like people are really fucking fake out here. Like this is crazy. Mind you, middle school dances went crazy.
Oh,
like,
I was gonna ask about that. So you went to those too?
yeah, I went to those because I was forced to, not
You were
because I
forced
don't. Because my mom, she's like, you need to get out, you need to socialize. Like you can't just be up in your room all day. I'm like, whatever the fuck.
I didn't even know we had dances.
See, when
What?
He said
so would you
We
actually
did?
dance at the dances?
Yeah, see, that's what I still think about to this day, and it's cringe as fuck because they're like playing Fifth Harmony music. I'm just like, this is my shit, like going crazy.
The nightcore.
No, literally, and it was like some poofy ass dress my mom would make me wear. Mind you, I show up, I'm the only one like dressed up, and then these other girls are wearing like shorts and tank tops or super tight fitting dresses, and they're grinding up on the other dudes. I'm just
They
like,
did that in middle school?
yeah, dude, I was shook
saw
it.
that stuff.
I was shook it because once again, I still got Barbie dolls in my room. Like I'm still playing with toys, and these guys are shaking ass, and I'm just like, never.
See, maybe it's because I just didn't dance at the middle school
He
dances.
said I was
I'd
not
spend most of the time at those things just like trying
Hanging
to
out.
sneak around, try to break into
Not a
areas
fucking
that I
moral.
wasn't able to during normal school hours.
He said, let me get to these secret
I
locations.
was like, maybe I can find some.
This is a video game level.
no,
Pretty
for real.
much.
But yeah, middle school dance is tragic. Like it's still cringe to think about it now because I'm just like, damn.
I remember.
There's no way. There's no way.
Just talking about it right now, I just remembered there's one middle school dance that we actually did something that had to do with like the main area.
Oh wait, yeah, it was like a Halloween dance. I remember. But I don't know if you're talking about that.
There's one of those where because they always did the haunted house at the middle school for Halloween, so we went through there. Mm-hmm. But the time I'm thinking about is they had like a karaoke night.
Oh god!
And me and my whole friend group went up and we sang "Don't Stop Believing."
Oh my god! Stop! I don't think I was there for that. Thank God, because I would have left. I would have been like, no.
It was so funny.
It is the best thing that's ever happened.
But no, the haunted house was always pretty cool. Yeah, it wasn't scary, but it was cool.
I think we did one where like we wrapped each other up in like toilet paper for like the mummy challenge. I thought that was kind of fun.
The mummy challenge?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that one was fun. But I was like paired up with like these other guys or some shit, and they're like, "Who's gonna get wrapped up?" And I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me."
Yeah, no.
I was like, "Yep, I guess I'm getting wrapped up today," and like they was going crazy. I was like. All fucking stitched up. But yeah, that shit was fun.
Gooners, bro.
No,
Gooners.
for sure. It was definitely different. And then I remember my speech class I had with this dude named Ben. Funniest guy on the planet. I think it was Ben DeGrow or something.
We love Ben.
We stand
No,
Ben
like
here.
he made like I still remember he was like American cheese on his cheese sandwich, and he was like specifically American cheese.
We had that class together.
No, we did, and dude, I was cackled. I said, "This guy's too much." I said, "Get me out of here."
Awesome. Funniest. He still is like one of the
funniest
dudes.
guys on the fucking planet. He had me honestly. I never laughed so much throughout middle school. Like
It was always a hoot.
It was always a hoot because even like. I just thought it was funny as fuck because these guys were really just trying to grab up on me, and I just thought it was the funniest thing. At one point, there was like this dude I used to sit next to in my math class. He like proposed to me. He's like, "Yeah, this is my wife," and I was like, "That's crazy. That's crazy."
The second wife story we've gotten.
No, like,
Are we gonna get a wife story for every grade level?
No, for real, it was crazy. I was married also in elementary school to
That's 3. We're at 3.
no, to like mind you. I didn't think anything of it, but she was dead serious on that. Like she still brings it up to this day. I think it was
we got lesbian
wedding.
Yeah, and I don't even roll like that. That's crazy because like I did not give a fuck back then. I thought we was just playing games. It was dead serious to her.
It was real.
She was in love. It was crazy.
You were her wife.
Yeah, she thought it was serious. I thought it was just like for the recess time for the 15 minutes. Yeah, so it was fun. Like I was always laughing, always having a fucking blast. I was friends with pretty much everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I had way more guy friends though than girlfriends.
If the viewers can obviously tell by this point with everything that's been said, you wonder why.
I wonder why.
No.
Gosh, that's so awful though.
No, it's crazy. I had way more guy friends than girlfriends, and then like I had just way more fun with them. Like they were a fucking blast. Like I was laughing in every class. I had like a friend in every class that I just fuck with.
Oh.
I think we had science or something together.
Yeah, we did.
And I would fuck with him on a daily basis. Not a fuck to give, dude. Never. Bullied the fuck out of him for no reason.
Yeah.
Everybody bullied Alex in middle school.
But it was funny because he just took it. Like he didn't even care.
You know why I took it though? Because I had my dad and my brother at home. So like anything you guys gave me, I was just like,
they give me
These are
worse.
his words.
I get called slurs at home, dog. This ain't shit.
You said the home life was rough, and he didn't just coming to school and me like preparing my speech. I was like, okay, what am I gonna tell Alex today?
What thing should I make
No.
fun of Alex for?
And he
today?
just says trauma all the way around. It's just a full thing.
I remember one time in that science class because
Who was it though? In specific,
It was you.
Yeah,
And I think Ben was in that class, but only for the first quarter. And then the second quarter, he got swapped out. Caleb was there.
Yes.
Sebastian, rest in peace to Sebastian.
Sebastian. Yeah, because
Yes.
this is the 8th grade science
this
class,
is 8th.
right?
Oh, yeah, we jumped to 8th grade. 7th grade, like I said, was a blur.
It really is. I can't
7th
remember
grade
shit.
is such a weird.
8th grade was a blast for me. I did have a lot of fun. I
8th
started
grade was
warming up.
fucking development time, dog.
I
Character
said, this is
development
my whole
happened in
fucking
8th grade
personality.
because like 6th and 7th grade for me too. It was basically like the same as like elementary school, where I was
Yes.
still kind of doing the same stuff.
No, this is
But
when,
there
start
is
living.
one thing that came from 6th grade, or there's one thing that came from each grade specifically.
Oh,
6th grade was when I basically started to give up on art because I took an art class thinking it'd be just like fun doing art. That was the most boring class to
You're gonna
ever
lock the fuck in.
exist.
Dude, I was locked into art. I still paint to this day and still do
It's
shit.
fun.
I
It's
love
fun when you do what you
painting
want.
and love drawing. Like, I was really good. I used to doodle. I don't know if it was you, Ben, or someone, but I used to bring my notebook, a book that
I remember the notebook.
my sketchbook to school, and like during free period, I would just doodle like a motherfucker, and everyone's like, "That's cool as fuck." Like,
I do remember
that's
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was fucking always drawing some weird shit, and
You
everyone's
always were. You were crazy.
Yeah, it was. I had a personality.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
you
think
definitely
they even
did.
canceled that art class after I took it because
It was so
it
ass.
was awful because like you weren't able to free draw anything. Like it was basically like you had to draw and
See,
make
I
what you
like
wanted to do.
I like the structure of knowing exactly what I was supposed to do, because for me, when it comes to drawing, I'm not creative of like thinking of my own thing. I like looking at references and then adjusting the reference to that. But that's where it's different though, especially when it like comes to Sims, because it's like
Yeah.
Sims, I
Gotta
think
lock the
about
fuck
it, I'm locked in, design the house from scratch. But with drawing, it's like, I want to draw something like that, so I'll get references from that. It's different for sure.
It was like just brain numbing to me. Like it actually just made me not want to draw anymore
He said,
because
"I'm
it was
done."
just so like I know how to do this stuff. I don't need to learn.
No, they
this
teach
stuff
you like how to
again.
hold your fucking pencil. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and
And,
then,
it's just
like,
like, I will do what I
drawing a
need to do.
circle.
Oh my
Like
god.
it was
we spent
actu-
like
it
2
was
weeks on a
actually-
circle, dude.
It was literally the episode from SpongeBob when
No,
Squidward's like
dude.
doing his art class.
No, it was terrible.
That episode applies to so much in life. It's actually
No,
insane.
so much. Like, dude, I cannot. SpongeBob was my shit too throughout middle
Oh, yeah.
school.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, and then I also in middle school would walk around and like yelling Coachella, which was just like,
What?
and everyone thought it was so funny that I'd be like Coachella, and everyone was like dead. I was like, dude, that's crazy. Like, what one single word really set everybody off. They're like, yeah, what the fuck? That's so fucking hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, I came up with it myself.
Middle school is just naturally like brain dead.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely were.
We were just cringe all the way around. Like, it gets worse.
Bad.
Like,
It's-
it doesn't get
oh,
better.
oh boy, does it get worse.
No.
You could really tell the frontal lobe was not.
No development at all.
All us now, holy
There was
shit.
no critical thinking whatsoever.
What's that mean where it's like when you're, because guys, I guess your frontal lobe doesn't develop till you're like 25, and he was
25.
like, guys, and they finally develop, and they're like,
Hold on, wait a
he
minute.
said, holy fucking shit. So yeah, no. 8th grade was fun as fuck. I didn't, mind you, I didn't have any boyfriends like through all of that, like no kiss, no nothing. I was pretty much just like the Virgin Mary.
Stand Serenity.
Virgin Mary herself. It was just all comedic.
Madonna.
No, it was. I said, touch for the very first time.
Oh my god.
But no, like I didn't have no interest in guys at all. Like I was just like platonic as fuck. Friendships were friendships. Like it was crazy. But 8th grade, I don't know what
Change
the
your
fuck
mind.
happened. Like my mind was in overdrive. Like I literally woke up, started 8th grade, and I was like, "Damn, guys are attractive. Like this shit's
The
crazy."
hormones be hormones.
I genuinely think I was kind of like that at the same time because I don't know, man. Eighth
grade was different.
8th grade, moving on into high school, bro.
Crazy.
Traumatic.
No,
Traumatic.
It was such like an escalation of hormones. Like it was crazy because 8th grade hit all of
You
a
were the
sudden.
same too.
No, it was actually in 6th grade, and that's a whole story.
Oh,
If you guys want to get into that, because
It's middle school. I think we have to, dog.
No, it's middle
this
school,
is
like, it's
literally
for
like
sure.
the cringiest
He
tale
said-
of
he
tales
said never
to
in my
ever
life.
exist in my life.
No, it was
So
it was bad. Go into it.
It's 6th grade, first day of 6th grade. Like you guys are saying, and I've said before, like entirety of middle school, like I was like, oh, that girl's cute, but it was never like actually anything.
First day of
But
6th grade.
first
Start
day of
eating.
sixth-
This is
First
everything.
day of 6th grade, I get to my 4th period history class.
Oh my god.
And I'll
history.
use her code name, Natalie Portman. I see her
Oh my god.
sitting in that class, and it was like on the scene from Lego Batman when he's like, "I just died in your arms tonight."
No, yes, no,
like, it was literally just like the shift in my brain. I was like, "Oh
This is
my
everything.
gosh."
Like this is what I'm alive for.
And, like the thing is, I was like, I didn't know how to like talk to girls like romantically at all. Like my entire life has just been spent viewing everybody just as like
you're just a dude.
People. Like
everyone's a friend.
Everyone's
like,
just vibes.
No, like it's literally you don't think like that literally until like there's one moment where you're like, damn, like that is crazy.
The hormones kick in.
So it was like that whole first like semester. I was just like, at some point I gotta talk to her, right? At some point I gotta talk to her, right? And it took me until the last day of school before winter break before I finally said one word to her, and I said, enjoy your winter break, and never, like, I was like, oh gosh. And after that, I started like randomly talking to her a little more. But it was like I couldn't actually like bring myself to have like full coverage because I was always scared because she's always like in a group with friends. So like if I was like when I'd want to talk to her, I'd be like,
way.
I'd be like, there's no way I could talk to just her without making it obvious that I have a crush on her.
I understand that because like it was easier for me to talk to guys individually, but like if they were their whole friend group, I'm a mute. Like there's no way like I'm gonna be able
because it's like
to conversate.
It'd only be obvious that I just wanted to talk to her.
And it's like I was a very shy person. Like no one really knew that I had a crush on them. I stayed myself, I guess. Like I was always just like funnier or funny. So it's like they didn't see the transition of me like, yeah, I'm being funny because like I like this guy. Like, yeah, like I'm going to crack this joke because I know he's going to laugh. Like they just thought, oh, Serenity just being herself. Me over here just like, dude, that man is fine as fuck. Like, oh my God. Like, stop it.
So like as the rest of that year went on, we had more classes together and I like just progressively had like little small conversations with her whenever I could.
Yo, how you doing?
And then 7th grade came around, and that was when Colby started, or no, Candace was picking me up the first few weeks of 7th grade. Okay. And at like, oh, this is where it gets like,
oh, fuck, the cringe level.
Cringe, because at some point I was like, because I wanted to be able to talk to her individually. So at one point I'd like just start walking with her.
Oh my! It's the walking you home and following.
I'd walk her to the crosswalk where she'd go to get picked up and just chat with her that way. And then I'd be like, okay, I guess see you tomorrow. And I'd walk the other direction.
Oh my
completely
God.
all the way to where my
you
sister
said I would walk so fucking far out of the way.
Like I really would. Just
she
to
thought
have a
for real you lived on that street or something. You lived miles that way.
Like literally, because like it'd be either my sister, like for the first weeks it was my sister parked in like that front area of the school where everybody got picked up, but I'd really walk out of my way just to talk with her all the way to the crosswalk, and then I'd walk back just to get picked up, and then eventually I had to walk even farther when I'd have to ride the bus home. So it'd literally be like I'd walk the entirety of the school just to talk to her and walk the entirety back.
And that's what you do for love, guys. That's what you do is you walk that school
and it's cute. And I guess this also brings into when I finally became friends with Alex.
I'm really into the story.
I think
his story. My thing is, I think it was friends without. No, I think it was after Caleb.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but I think I knew Alex, but I was just like
after the introduction with Peter on the bus, then I knew all of you
because it was like
it was crazy.
Because those first 2 weeks when I was riding with my sister, it was just like well, I don't know nothing should have changed on the bus, but then all of a sudden, Alex is there.
Walk in,
and this dude like was just. I've told this story on the podcast before, but he was just the most annoying dude I'd ever met.
No, like, I don't know what it was about this fool, but it just made it easier for me to pick on him. Because I was just like, there's no way this is his actual personality.
But it was so funny because, like...
He would take it.
I really thought, I was like, man, Peter just knows how to find the weirdest dudes to be friends with.
Peter, there was a rumor he passed away. Like he died.
There's multiple times.
No, like they said that like he had leukemia, he died. And then I saw him like the next year. I was like, I thought this fool was dead.
No, he did get appendicitis and his appendix ruptured.
I'm dead.
I remember that.
I've had appendicitis.
No, I think I started the rumor that he died.
No, like all of a sudden they're like,
you fucking what though?
Because I really was. Because I was like best friends with Peter at the time. Yeah. So like before it was me and Alex, it was me and Peter who were like inseparable. And they're like, "Where's Peter?" And I was like, "He's dead." Like
No, dead.
full knowing that he was just resting at
No,
home
like
from
there was a
appendicitis.
dead ass rumor that he like had cancer and he had cancer for years and that he just died. And then I saw him, I was like, this fool ain't dead. Maybe they're talking about
Dude.
another Peter. Like, no, that's the Peter they was talking about. It was
I
lies.
really
What the fuck?
started.
It says
And then I think it was like a year ago, like his Facebook profile popped up. I was like, this fool's still dead ass alive. Like
Yeah,
he
he's-
never
he's-
died.
Okay, you know what? I still kind of have to laugh at the fact that motherfucker told me like, yeah, I'm gonna be dead by like 20. This motherfucker's still kicking.
He's still
He's
going.
still going.
Come on,
you
He's
son
chugging
of a
along.
bitch.
The thing is, I've never had like a one-on-one conversation with Peter in my life.
He's a cool dude.
No,
he's
okay.
honestly,
Shout out to him.
He's one of
But
my
yeah, I
favorite
did
people.
hear where he died. So
That was.
I think that's where
started that rumor.
I was like, damn, like fool really died. Like I was like, no one's
They really
sad.
took you fucking seriously
No,
back in fucking
and that's the
I
thing is,
could
like,
lie
I was like-
so hard.
Because I remember I was like, the school didn't mention shit. Usually they do like a little memorial. They're like, hey, if you need counseling, no, nothing. I was like, no one give a fuck about Peter, bro. He's dead and no one cares. Like
Said
that's
it, they didn't
crazy.
say anything.
Not a word. Everyone was going amongst their lives, and then I saw him. And I was
But
like,
no, going back to my cringe.
Oh, yeah,
So
cringe.
I remember there's this one specific day where me and Alex, like, we're close friends at this point, and
great friends.
and it was me, him, and Peter. And like
trio.
they were walking with me as I was going on my routine to go walk with her to chat with her until she went to get picked up.
What the
And
fuck
I
is
was like,
happening?
I was like, guys, today's the day I'm gonna do something crazy.
Oh, wait a minute.
And
Now
so-
I remember.
So we go, like, I go over with the normal routine to go walk with her and say bye. But this time I was like, okay, and I gave her a hug. And I said bye.
Not the hugs. The hugs went crazy.
forgot
And then
this.
I go back to Peter and Alex. I'm like, God, or no, maybe it was Ben and Alex. Because I remember being like, guys, I
was
hugged-
definitely there. I
hugged
remember.
her. And they're like, yeah!
No, because I started. Okay, so the
They were more hype than if their teams won the Super Bowl.
No.
Go.
So I had a little boyfriend in the 6th grade. His name was or whatever the fuck. So I dated him for maybe like 2 weeks, dude. It was crazy. Like the whole thing was just a sham. Like there is no way. But I remember because like he asked me out in PE class. Like we're running the 8 minutes.
Of course it's PE.
No, like we're running the 8 minutes. He has some other girl tell me that wants to ask you out, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Like, I'm cool. Mind you, I didn't say that. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah. And then, like, it got even more awkward. Like, we didn't talk to each other at all. Like, everyone would be like, oh, you're dating. And I was like, yeah, mind you, we're in the same class. Like, we're sitting next to each other. I don't say a word to him. Not a single word. Because I was like, how embarrassing. I have a boyfriend. That's crazy. Like, embarrassing.
Wild.
No. And then I remember, like, the first time we hugged, like, someone was like, dude, just go up and hug her. And it was, like, a big thing. Like, I was surrounded by other kids.
That was a big thing in
You know,
middle
like
school. It's just
hugging
a
was
hug.
like
hug.
the biggest thing. It was like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden we hug and everyone's like, oh my God. Like it was crazy, like insane. Mind you, like I was like, I don't even talk to this fool like at all. So like I was like, hey, go tell that like I'm gonna break up with him. And he's like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, like, it's the end of the day. I thought like the deed was done. He comes up to me and he's like, hey, wants to break up with you. I was like, fool, I just told you to go break up with him. Like, and he was like, oh shit. And then it goes back. I was like, yeah, this is embarrassing as fuck. Like, this is crazy. Mind you, it was only 2 weeks. So I don't even count that as like a relationship. I didn't talk to the fool once.
That's not even a relationship. There was nothing there.
We
It's actually
hugged. So we
nothing.
hugged one time. He said something about my braces because I got the chain on. So like, I was like, my mouth fucking hurts. And he was like, yeah, they look cool. I like the color. And then that was that. That's literally our only conversation like we've ever had.
So yours was a 2-week venture.
No,
and
it
mine was, but this is basically like the story.
He said
of
his
my,
whole 6th, 7th grade year.
My entirety of middle school was just
That hug was everything.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fast
Natalie
forward.
Portman was actually no. You can't fast
No,
forward.
I know.
You can't.
I'm not gonna switch to any of your stories, but the
Okay.
fact, the way that this fucking arc ends, shatters me to this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Like, homie looking at the situation as a full-grown man who's kind of, I think I personally moved out of my awkwardness phase or just annoying phase. Dude, she was fucking mean. She was
He said this is
she was a
ruthless.
dick.
So
Holy
here's-
No,
shit.
Here's
girls
what's
are
cra-
very
here's-
like rude.
Oh yeah.
Here's what's crazy. The way I look at it with my adult brain, especially that one situation, like the whole leading up to that hug, like after watching all these true crime podcasts, I was like, man, I think I was actually just a stalker.
No, for real. He's like, I'm gonna walk her home. I'm gonna follow her
like,
to this class. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then he's like, the hug is
I'm
happening
like,
today, guys.
is that-
today?
Like, just looking back, I was like, that was weird.
He said
That was weird that I did that.
He said there was nothing leading up to it. Like she had no idea. Like this is happening.
Young interest love is just weird.
No, it was bad.
I don't think you can label yourself as a stalker because you're just not all there yet.
Because my brain wasn't developed enough to know that it's like you use the opportunities that you have presented to you to talk, not make opportunities yourself. Because that's weird.
But like it was the same thing because 8th grade happened. Like I said, I started seeing everyone as attractive. Like I had a crush on like 20 people at one time. I was like, yep, this is everything. This is my life. Everyone was cute. Everyone was attractive. Everyone. I was like, yep, this is everything for me. This is great.
It's like the anime effect with all the flowers.
No, literally just like, I was like, everybody is so fucking cute. This is great. Like this is everything. I'm literally surrounded by boys all day. And that's how I knew. I was like, yep, I love men. This is everything. Mind you, like I had just started my cycle. Like I'm barely like a year into this shit. Like I'm fresh, hormones kicked in. I'm ready to
fucking
go.
private number one.
No, I said, dude, I could literally do anything right now.
Me and Serenity were really just down bad. She's over here with flower petals floating in the air, and I'm out here like Pepe Le Pew, like floating around.
What was I doing love-wise? I think I was just
Oh no, you had 3 different loves throughout middle school. I remember that.
I did have 3 at one point because I don't know. I was just
had a lot.
I was still trying to find myself because I was in a unique situation where I was the new kid and I was just trying to fit in. So kind of the I don't really count it as bullying, just more like teasing than anything from you guys. Was just like, you know what, if this is what it is, it's fine. It's mellowed out as I got older. I'll still maybe have a dumb moment once or twice in hindsight, but
it's crazy.
But like the whole like me trying to find I tried to find a crush. That's
the worst part is I also remember him trying to find like
That's
love
right,
when we worked together at Harvest Foods. I was like, fool, like we dead ass are about to like leave high school. Like,
it was the thing. It was
rough.
His white deer. Once it became the white deer.
Okay, that's 8th grade. We'll get to that point. But for 7th grade, it was just me trying. It's basically the starting arc for Alex here was just wandering. It was just trying to figure out the landscape.
He was like, I need to know what that's what I'm saying. In 8th grade, I really found out like what I was attracted to and like what specifically I was looking for. I knew, okay, he has to be taller than me because I had a crush on someone who was like way shorter than me. And there
wasn't very many options in 7th grade. I think I was one of them. I was huge.
Alex was a big dude.
No, like Alex, I always have loved his eyes. I was like, yeah, Alex for sure. This fool for sure.
I've always had compliments about them.
I was like, Alex for sure. But then I was like, okay, yeah,
we're all the tallest.
with that fool. But like I was like, he's such a nice guy. Like I definitely like if I wanted to. And I remember because we've been going to school together since kindergarten, so I known that fool forever. Like I think in kindergarten I farted and he heard it and we were laughing hella hard. Like I'm telling you, like he was crazy. And then he did like in elementary school, like he did a presentation and he like screamed and I thought it was like the funniest shit. He like screamed and like fell to the ground and I was like, yep. Good shit. That is the best. And like we had shop class together and he was hella nice and they used to make fun of me because on the bandsaw I used to put double clamps on each side because I was like, this shit ain't coming up. Like I am not cutting my finger off. Like fuck that. And I remember one time he was like, hey Serenity, come over here. I'm thinking it dead serious, like, yep, this fool this shit about to go crazy right now. No.
I didn't know there was more, bro.
And then all of a sudden, like, he shows a fucking wooden beam with 2 clamps on the side. He's like, there you go. And I was like, you fucking bitch. Like, never again. Like, never again will I talk to you. And I can promise. And I was like, crush dead.
Crush dead.
Never. And I was like, I don't like that. I do not like that. But super nice guy. We still even, like, I'll text him. We text each other, like, happy birthday every year. Shout out to him. He has a beautiful girlfriend. Yes.
Who's his girlfriend?
Yeah. I have no clue. But I think they met in, like, college. But then, no. Crazy crush on that fool for no reason.
This was random. When I went to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, I saw
he was there.
No, like
I dabbed them up. I'm like,
we're bleeping names, right? Like no one knows this information.
I don't know.
I guess if you want me to bleep every name.
Bleep all of them because I want them to all guess because they'll probably connect the storylines to each other. But I don't give a fuck. I don't need the whole world knowing who I was obsessed with. But no, I was obsessed with him, and then I realized like he's short as fuck. Like, I'm only getting taller. I was like, I'm only getting taller. Like, there's no.
And you were about to say,
Yeah,
right now.
I think me and are the same height.
No, the same height now.
I'm a little guy.
No, and like it was crazy because our lore goes even deeper than that. Like it goes even crazier. He was always like pulling my hair. Like I remember we'd walk in a line, and he would like stop and like put his ass out, and I was like,
remember him doing that to
and
you.
I was like, and it was always like some shit, or like he would walk with me, or he was always just talking to me about some random shit, and I was just like, yeah, this is cool. I enjoy this little action. So I was like, yeah, and I was obsessed with his eyes. I was like, dude, those are pretty as fuck. And so that's when I knew. I was like, eyes, attracted to eyes. The first thing I was like off the bases. And then I did have a little crush on, but I was like, I literally could never. I was too nervous.
He was a fucking fiend, bro.
No, it's not even like that because it got worse in high school. Yeah, like I said.
Wasn't he? Hold up. You can bleep this. Wasn't he a baby daddy in high school?
No, he did. He got some shit knocked up for sure.
I thought so, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And then like, I don't know where that even came from, but I don't know what it was about that fool. But I was like,
okay, I'll explain why you thought that. Was the most manly looking
Yeah.
motherfucker ever.
I think
He had a
he had
full
like a
beard in
beard,
eighth grade.
and like I was like, that's a man right there. Like,
The way that you said that was white. No, hold on. That was the most black thing I've ever heard you say. That's a man right there.
no, that's a man. I was
Oh
like,
my God, Serenity.
but no, I was like, damn. But it was like I just had certain things that I liked from like all of them, and I was like,
What if I can just combine them all?
merge it into one, like it'd be perfect. But yeah, I had a lot of. I don't know what it was about that fool. I
forgot about
I
him.
forgot he was a character.
But no, he used to like pick me up and like hang me over the stairs and like hug up on me, and he would always just say like he would always like give me compliments or talk about my ass. But like at that point, I was so like horned up. I was like, yeah, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Bro, was wild.
No, wild. And that's
crazy,
when I was
dude.
saying I pulled up to the school dance and some bitch is twerking on him. I was like, this is an 8th grade dance. Like, fuck, I would do it too if I wasn't so fucking shy. Because that's the thing, I was shy as fuck. And I remember 8th grade day having to wear a bathing suit, like a 2-piece. And I was like, oh my God, like.
That's right. I forgot about 8th grade day.
It was 8th grade day, and I remember they told it all the girls beforehand, like, you guys can wear your swimsuits. And then the day comes, and all of us are wearing our swimsuits, and they're like, no, you guys need to go get cover-ups. And so we like started a riot. We're like, we're going outside, and I'm wearing my fucking swimsuit. Mind you, I was like the lead of it. I was like, we're wearing our fucking swimsuits. Like,
Feminism.
all of the bitches are behind me, and finally they let us. But then I was like, damn, I'm not even comfortable. It's like I could put my shirt on right now. This is it. But mind you, it wasn't like I was fat or like anything. Like I was in really good shape because I played sports. But I don't know what it was. I was just like super like, damn, like my shit is out in the open right now. My little bitty's out and everything.
Maybe all the
Like,
sexual harassment had something to do with that.
It probably kicked in.
No, it was bad because like at one point there was like a slip and slide that had soap, and I remember like was climbing up behind me, and I was like, oh my God, he's getting like a full view of like everything down there. Like it's crazy because I'm like hunched over climbing, and he's right behind me, and I was like, oh my
He
God.
probably did that on
No,
purpose.
I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, get me up this slide. And then it's like at one point I had like a wedgie, and I remember like he looked at me. I was like, oh my God, I gotta pick this shit in front of him. So yeah, definitely 2-piece for 8th grade day was not the vibe.
All these
That was
guys
not
just
the
flying, just like, holy
No,
shit.
but it's
Oh my
like
gosh.
I didn't think anyone was like attracted to me. I thought it was just one way. I just thought it was just me attracted to them. Turns out in high school, like it was a 2-way street. It was just I didn't see it.
You didn't. It was totally like that in middle school too. It was a kind of a 2-way street,
Yeah.
but like the street was very, very not
Very
well.
like narrow.
See, if
and
there-
like, had
If there
fucking
was
potholes.
a 2-way street for me, I didn't notice it because I was hyper focused on Natalie.
No.
Cole the
Wait.
whole
I'm
time.
gonna ask this because there's lore. There was lore here yesterday that I wanted to explain here with Ruben. So you're telling me, right?
Uh-huh.
You talked to all these chicks back in elementary school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you not
Yeah.
think that was the seeds of them later on of you learning in high school that they were interested in you?
I honestly still don't know if they were.
Okay, then hold
He
on.
said
Let me move
never.
over real quick. So you're the girly, and you talk to girlies. We might be fast forwarding a little bit too forward here, but did you know of any girls that had a crush on this motherfucker?
Yeah, I did. I know of 2.
Bro, no one told you shit. No one told you shit.
He was just I just thought like, well, if she has, like, he has to know. Like, there's no way. Like, Caleb is.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as his best friend, that motherfucker's stupid.
Serenity.
Dumb as hell
What's the
for
name
sure.
of the podcast?
Look at the name.
Totally oblivious. Clearly, clearly.
We didn't tell you the story either about how when Colby and Jillian tried setting me up with Jillian's friend, and I was just too stupid to realize what they were doing.
Speculative. It's speculative.
You said it wasn't
in theory,
facts.
they might have been trying to do that.
No, you said when I was oblivious.
But I was so stupid that I just didn't even know, like,
What's for dinner, guys?
consider that the possibility.
That fucking story.
No,
cracks
yeah,
me up.
but no, so the only like boyfriend I had in middle school. So embarrassing still to this day. But no, it was, and I remember because he asked me out 7th grade year. I said no. He asked me out 8th grade year. I said no. But then but like I said, was all of a sudden my chemistry was just like, damn.
Wait a minute.
That beard, bro.
The beard on this 13-year-old. Hold on.
This guy right here, crazy.
We also need to explain lore-wise the Caleb voice change.
Oh yeah.
No, Caleb, I generally don't remember him ever not having a deep voice. I
So-
swear to God, he was like 6.
So yeah,
walking
it
around
was
deep
like
as fuck.
6th and 7th grade. It was basically me with this hairstyle.
but very high-pitched voice.
Can you try to replicate it?
I honestly
His
cannot.
voice
like,
can't go that
it-
high
I,
anymore.
I
Like,
can't.
Hi,
I can't
guys.
imitate that. Like the only.
but it's like none of your brothers have that deep a voice.
No.
Not even your dad's. So it's like where
So
did it
Well,
come
his
from?
dad has the raspiness. I can hear it in
His
his
dad
voice.
has the rasp,
I
but
think
like
I
I
get it
talk to his dad on a daily basis.
I think I
Yeah,
get
I
it
know.
from the racist white man.
Oh
who
yeah,
was
for
my
sure.
Grandfather.
You need that commanding voice, you know.
The
Let the
commanding
slaves
voice.
know.
Get to work.
Wow.
But no, yeah, because I remember after 7th grade ended, I was still kind of like in my baby Caleb phase with
Not
my
baby
baby
Caleb.
voice. But then, because I was so excited too to watch Jurassic World, like
my
I was
God.
so excited.
As you can see.
But the weekend that movie came out, I got so sick.
Oh my God.
And I remember going to the theater still sick and like zoning out halfway through the movie and being like the room was spinning. I was like, oh gosh.
Wait, this is the worst shit I could
and
ever done.
I woke up the next morning and threw up. It's like bad. And I was like, oh gosh. And when I get sick, I just like,
He dies.
I just huddle myself in my room and just
the fetal position, just,
Nobody
like,
hears
praying.
from me until I get better.
See, no.
And so
Could die in there.
So I went in.
No.
I went in there with the high pitched voice, and I like basically I was like a caterpillar. I went in my chrysalis for like 4 days,
Came
and
back out of
I
man.
come back out and I start talking to everybody,
like,
and
"Hey, guys."
they think I'm joking, like they think I'm faking my voice, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Why are you guys acting
Wait,
like?
what are you guys doing?
Why are you
this
guys
to me?
looking at me weird? And they're like, Caleb, why are you talking like that? And I'm like what? I'm just talking.
No,
And
yeah.
it was from that moment forward, I had a deep voice because I go into 8th grade. I even changed my hairstyle too.
He said the slick.
Yeah,
was
I
the
went with
thing.
the slicks, or I went with the where I started like poofing up my hair and slicking it
Oh
back.
my God.
Because Colby was like, you got to start doing something with your hair, man, because you can't just be going around middle school and high school with your messy rooster hair.
No, you said this isn't working for you, Caleb.
he
But
really-
it's like I preferred this look over the other one.
Just this is more me, but
Yeah,
it's like,
it suits his appearance.
but it's like I went into, I
I
went.
don't know if that was fucked up or not.
I went into middle school with like a completely different persona.
No,
like,
yeah. When I
slick
saw him, I
hair,
was like, "Who the fuck
deep
is this
voice,
guy?"
and
Mind you, I just saw him at the Christmas party
It's true.
like months before. I was like, he did not look like this.
and it
or
was
sound.
like I go to I can't remember which class I had with him, but he was like, "Dude, what happened to you, man?"
I remember James just fucking flipping out about it. He's like, dude, this fucking guy 1 week before sounded like this, and then the fucking next, he sounds like a dude.
he said, "There's a man right here in this classroom."
Became a bro overnight.
Just James's facial expression was just like, what the hell?
No,
What happened here?
he said, "What the fuck just happened?" But no.
The most jarring on all my family members. They're just like, "Huh? Excuse me."
So who the fuck you think he's talking to right now like that?
It's like,
I would have sent
guys,
you back up to your room. Like
guys,
whatever
it's
you did.
me.
He said, "It's me, please."
Please,
Trying
por
to
favor.
tell you.
No, yeah. That shit was crazy because like it lasted a total of 2 months, I believe. 2 months. roller coaster of emotions, because at first I was like, oh, like I like this dude, we're dating, this is cool, like what if I he'd walk me like halfway to my house, because his house was here and my house was like further up, so we'd have to walk the same route, and like we'd walk, his little brother at the time would walk with us, like it was chill, and I was like, okay, this could be like a relationship, like we could do this, because we would talk to each other. We like at the time I had a phone, but it had like buttons, so like you had to like
a flip phone?
to text him.
The flip phone.
No, it was literally like this big and had like buttons. I remember he was like,
wow.
how are you sending booty pics on this? And I was like,
What?
Because I'm not. Like, because I remember everyone found out I was dating and it was a shock to the world. They're like, you're dating and I was like, why would you guys say it like that?
That's rude.
Like, why would you say it like that? Like, I was confused
I'm
as
trying to
fuck.
remember what my reaction was. I don't
even think you cared.
I don't think
He was
did.
he was
vibing.
oblivious.
I was like, my cousin and one of my homies are together.
You
This
said
is great.
this is the best thing that's ever happened.
I think it was just a nap
no,
boat,
but
just,
like once
lower.
more people started finding out, they're like, "Oh, you're dating," and I was like,
Okay,
"Am
wait, I
I
have a question,
missing
though.
something?"
Who was saying that? Was it the girls or the guys?
It was both.
Really?
Like they were genuinely shocked.
Jealousy on both sides. I'm
Like,
telling
it was
you.
different,
'Cause
like-
I know who your female friend group was, and he was friends with that friend group as well.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there was like conflicting like.
No, I think that's
our
what
guy.
it was.
That's the boy with the beard. We want him.
And so like they're like, "You're dating him? That's crazy!" Like, oh my god. And so I was like shocked. I was like, okay, this was not the reaction I wanted to get. Like, it's my first boyfriend. Like, what the fuck? But no. And then it progressed so quickly. I was like uncomfortable at one point, because like I remember going to a sleepover at house. She told me, she's like, I don't even know why you asked him out. Like, you knew I liked him. And I was like, I was shocked.
Middle school drama.
No, I was shocked.
Like,
It was
no one told
I was like,
me.
you didn't tell me this information at all. She's like, you couldn't tell. I was like,
no.
I was like, you think I can tell when you like
Me and
people?
Serenity live in like a similar wavelength.
I was
just
like-
not paying attention.
No, hold on. And girl talk though, ever since dating Nat, girls just think that other people in general just know what they're thinking.
No, exactly. I'm like,
That's
you're
so
fucking
weird.
crazy. Like, if you thought I knew that. Like, I'm focused on all these hot fucking pieces of ass walking around, and you're telling me you like that fool? Like, dude, I was like, I'm sorry, but like, what do you want me to do? She's like, you could break up with him. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do that, but cool suggestion. Let's try another one. And so like, I remember we would go on dates and like would come and like she would like push me and like throw me on the ground. Like she would make fun of me the whole time we were out, and I was like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Like, she really wants him. That's insane.
The hormones was wild.
No, hormones was
crazy.
making her crazy. Like, that was crazy. And I remember one time I was at a sleepover at her house. We pulled an all-nighter, like, when those were, like,
Cool.
yeah, when you could do it. I can't do it anymore. Like,
We're
Me at
too
3
old.
a.m. Oh, me at 6.
no, we stayed up, like, hella fucking late. Was, like, FaceTiming us, calling us, because had a phone at the time that we could do all of that on. Mine could not, because it was a little button phone. Like,
Was this
what the
8th
fuck?
or 7th grade? This is 8th?
This is eighth
Eighth
grade, because
grade.
that's when I
I think
officially...
I might have had a phone.
I didn't get. No, we didn't get our phones until the end of 8th grade.
Yeah.
I didn't get
Because that
an
leads to
actual
whole other
iPhone until
lore.
my junior year of
Lord.
high school. It was rough. Like, everyone was like on Snapchat, and I was still walking around like
Yep. That was
little button phone.
because I remember.
I had an iPad, the giant Samsung iPad.
It's iPad kid, I'm telling you.
No,
iPad
but
kid.
like I used to carry it around because it used to be able to fit like in my back pocket, but it was like huge. Like walking around, no, embarrassing.
No, because it's so funny
Embarrassing.
being like one of the kids without a phone. Because I remember ended up making me a whole
my God,
Instagram
dude.
profile, and she's like, "You get a
Crazy.
phone, you're downloading Instagram, and here's your file." I was like, "I guess, all right."
He said, "I'm building your follower base right
She,
now."
she
as we
really
speak."
was. She like
She's so
I
funny.
still look at my Instagram because I never actually like really looked at who I followed. I was like, she really just followed the most random people
Random
for me. I don't
ass
know
fucking
who this
people.
is.
But no, so we're at the sleepover, and now we're playing Truth or Dare. And mind you, has been trying to get me alone now this whole time. Like, he's been trying to go on a date like by ourselves. He's been trying to like just sit on
I
the.
didn't know moving like this.
No,
bro.
like that's what I was saying. I was like, I didn't even know this was like. Mind you, like, yeah, I'm horny, but like not like that. Like, now I'm finding people attractive, not like I want to fuck people. Like, this is crazy. Like,
When does that part? When does that part start?
Children.
yeah, like my hormones like wanting to have sex didn't kick in until I think it was like my sophomore junior year.
Really?
Where I was like, I need fucking pee. Like, there's no way. Like, I was like, holy shit. Like, dude, the hormones were crazy. I was like, oh my God. Body kicked in. Was
How
like,
did you say that? Hold on. When did those kick in?
like,
First it's infatuation. And
yeah, it's like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Like,
I think probably
anything.
mine was like freshman year.
No, like, even a hug was like super, like, oh my God. You hugged me. Like, it was like any physical touch or anything. I was like, yes. Like, absorbing it or some shit. I was like, this will last me about another week. I'll be good. I'm topped off for the day.
Wild
Like,
Serenity.
No,
wild.
like, I'm telling you, like, that was mostly what I remember from middle school was 8th grade, because out of nowhere I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, eighth grade was
Especially
big.
like PE, like some of the guys like wouldn't wear their shirts or they would do it a certain way, and I was like, oh my God, like this is
I just remembered another. This is in 8th grade, since we're now in like the 8th grade.
yeah, we're
era.
finally 8th grade
This
is really
this
where
is
my
just a random
nothing
story.
mind opened up.
So I remember one time because I had my class for PE was like all like the cool kids.
Yes,
So
see, that's what it was. It's cool kid PE.
I don't know how I got myself in those friend groups. Like,
No.
I had some crazy connections from
no, that's
elementary
what I'm
school
saying.
that
I was
carried
friends
on.
with every people from different friend groups. Like, I had friends in
Yeah.
all varieties, so I was just like everywhere.
You fucking knew everybody.
I knew,
But,
yeah, I
like,
was cool with
It
everybody.
was
I guess.
weird because there's this one day in PE where we're doing like the 8-minute jog around.
Yes, I hated
And
it.
I
Every
remember
minute.
they're playing like this one, like, I can't even remember what song it is, but it was like one where it's like a girl like trying to like hit on a guy in the song. And I remember what's funny is it's the same girl who was supposed to marry Jackson Fair before.
Oh my God, Jackson
was-
Fair! I forgot about the fool. I have lore
homie.
from like a couple years ago about the fool. I thought he disappeared off the planet.
still-
No,
No.
he fucking just works at fucking
But,
Enzo's.
but no, the girl who tried to marry him in elementary school, I remember while this song was playing, she was like singing along to it, and she looks at me and starts running backwards and like strokes me under my chin, and then starts running away. And
See,
I
that's
was
the
like-
shit that was just too much for me. Like, I wouldn't have been able to contain my laughter. I can promise you. Like,
I was like,
I didn't hear about this one.
you guys won't know what I'm talking
and
about.
I'm telling
but-
you, like, she probably liked you, and you
but-
literally missed that
but
opportunity.
I literally felt like on Yoshi's Island when Yoshi gets hit and he like gets stunned for a moment and he's just like turning his head back and forth. Like that
He
was
said,
actually
"No,
me.
no."
I was just jogging. I think you had to have been in that class.
Which class was it? Who was
No,
in it?
I was just with Fry and Fair.
I think for the most part, all my PE
No,
classes.
we only had PE together in 7th grade.
Yeah.
So I was with Fry and Fair because I remember jogging with
I had
Fry.
I think in almost all of my middle school PE classes, I always had Dax in it. So if Dax wasn't in it, I wasn't in it.
But yeah, I was like, I just remember looking at the dudes I was jogging with and just being like, what the heck just happened?
Jesus fucking Christ, some shit just went down. Like,
So
it
there
was
something-
so traumatic. Caleb didn't register it.
Like,
He's just like, oh my God, I
I
was
short-circuited
touched by a
for a
woman?
second because I just couldn't register what just happened in front of
No,
me.
I remember it was like volleyball practice because volleyball would go at the same time as the guys would go. And like, I remember one time the guys ended up like breaking into the girls' locker room, like while we were changing, and they had to like run sprints and miles. Like they would throw a football into the girls' locker room and then come inside to grab it. And it's like, mind you, like I'm changing. Like I know I don't got much to show, but that's crazy. Like inappropriate. You guys are crazy.
Dude, these guys were nuts.
No, they was fiending. There was
some
fiending.
definite
They
certified
was in
gooners,
heat.
bro.
Like it was crazy.
There
Like-
was certified offenders in there.
but no, okay. So I'm at the sleepover with fucking and like we're playing truth or dare, and then all of a sudden like we're dares to hump a pillow. And he like starts humping it and is like talking dirty to the pillow. And I was like,
You wouldn't do that.
I was like, there's no way. Like this is real right now.
Gosh.
And like
What
it's
was
like
Alex doing? Playing video games at this time.
We're playing games. I think we were definitely playing Pokemon.
or like when we'd FaceTime, he'd be like, yeah, like lower the camera or some shit. Like, and I was just like, you're crazy. Like, you really think this is happening? And that's when I realized, like, maybe like he's a man right now. Like, this is a guy with a full beard. And like maybe not attracted to the man yet. Cause this is now I feel like going more into the sexual part and less like just the fun, like flirty part. which I enjoyed. And so I remember like after that sleepover, I was like, I don't know if I really like him anymore because like I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you know,
it's like. You know what you are right now in that moment? You're like, I like middle school boys. We're entering levels that are just
I think that's way out of my depth because I'm not ready for any of that yet.
Making like these stories make Stalker Caleb seem not bad.
Like
you weren't a stalker. You were just
a little boy
just a
trying to
silly
hang out
goose.
with some chick. Or
was literally fiending, bro.
no, fiending. And like that's what I'm saying is like my mom even told me on New Year's, she's like, you could like go out and like go hang out with. I was like,
I don't want to.
I'm good.
I was like, no, I just want to stay here for New Year's. And I remember calling. He was like, yeah, come hang out. We're all at the park. And I was like, I don't really want to. Because I was like, it's New Year's. He's going to want a New Year's kiss. So I don't want to do that. I was like, I'm not.
Now I have to ask the question. What about his... how does he treat his actual girlfriends?
No, I don't know. I know he was dating some... Like, after we broke up... Bro wanted to act so dramatic about it. Like, we only dated 2 months. We didn't even kiss. We barely hugged. Yeah, we talked and we had a great friendship, mind you. A great friendship. Like, it was really fun, lighthearted. But, like, it was his parents were getting, like, a divorce, I think.
Oh,
and
shoot.
I had broke up with him. And he's like, you're really going to do this to me right now? Like, as my parents are separating, I was like, I'm sorry, but, like, I just prefer us as friends. And then he was like, okay. And then he hung up, and then he was telling everybody, like, I broke his heart. I shattered his spirit. Like, I made him go over the edge. And I was just, like, confused as fuck because I was like, I don't know what I did for it to be like that. Like, I understand you were going through some hard shit, but, like, so I need to stay in the relationship because you're going through some hard shit right now? That's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. And then, like, he talked about it for a fat minute. Like, I remember... when I found out like my boyfriend cheated on me when we broke up, he texted me just to say like, now you know how it feels. Yeah, and I was like,
no way he did that.
That's so petty.
That is
what the
fuck?
And I was like, mind you,
Diabolical.
this is our sophomore year when that happened. I broke up with him in 8th grade, and he was dating that chick at the time. And so, like, I was like, that's petty as fuck. Because, like, one, I didn't cheat on you, and we didn't even do anything.
I didn't know this level of hating existed in middle school,
and
bro.
so that's why I was like...
Especially not with him.
Yeah, so I was, like, dead ass, like,
wild.
confused. Because he was just like, now you know how it feels like when your heart gets broken. And I was like...
why are you here?
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, homie? Like... we dated in the 8th grade for like less than a month and a half. Like it wasn't even anything crazy. Like we maybe hugged. Like chill out. Like I broke your soul, I guess, but like that's insane.
My God.
Insane for you to say.
Wait, did his parents end up divorcing or no?
Yeah, I believe they did. I
Wow.
don't know because I wasn't around because he stopped talking to me after that. Like immediately stopped talking to me after that.
Cut off all contact.
Contact.
Until you're on the floor and he's like,
And then I remember we were in science class and he was talking mad shit and told me he was talking shit about me. And so I walked him and smacked the fuck out of him in science class.
I remember
I don't-
this.
Yeah. And he was like, don't ever hit me again. I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't. Like, what you're not going to do is talk shit because we broke up. Like, that shit's insane. I don't even know if he knew that's why I hit him, but smacked the fuck out of him because I didn't know.
Wow.
Bam.
And he was like, don't ever do that. I was like, I don't
That's smack fucking probably hurt. Serenity is not a tiny child.
I said,
There was hatred and force.
no, I
behind
was
that.
like, there's no need for you to be rude about it. Like, I wasn't rude to you when we broke up. Like, I genuinely said we could still be friends. We could still talk. I know you're going through a hard time.
I need to see the receipts.
No, yeah, phone
Middle
call.
schooler?
Let me pull
Hold
up.
on.
let's travel
And I
back
remember
in
my
time
mom being
to
there too when I was
9
breaking up, and
years.
she's like telling me what to say. And I was like, yeah, Mom, I think I want to break up with. She's like, well, you need to tell him. Like, you can't just stay. And I was like, I know. She's like, do you have his number? And I was like, yeah. And so I know my part. Probably the bad thing was I broke up over the phone. But I was like, there's no way I could do this in person. He'll start crying or some shit. I'll feel bad. And like, I can't deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely. And then once I was back on the market, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
crazy.
Because I remember like in science class had some dudes switch spots so that could sit next to me, and I thought that was weird because like we had like assigned seating, and I was like, I don't know what it was about that, but that like irked me. I was like, I liked where I was sitting, who I was sitting next to. Thank you for ruining that opportunity.
How did me and Alex always get sat next to each other in class?
It was just
Was it just
gravity
the
of the universe.
alphabetical order?
I don't know how the
literally-
seating charts work, but I was always sitting next to someone I did not want to sit
Yeah,
by.
because our P's were just
Yeah.
Our literal last names go PR.
Like,
We're
Yeah.
always next to each
We
other.
actually lucked out, except in any time that I was in a class with Natalie Portman, I was like, no.
Seeing your crush get to sit next to someone else, I was like, this isn't like too much for me to
lucky
handle.
lucky for me, she was always in a group of girls, so I was like, I have a chance.
No, yeah. So that was definitely middle school for me. And like that whole experience was like almost traumatizing.
That's crazy.
I didn't really like think about like what I did. And now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, maybe I could have done it differently. But I was also like, I didn't deserve any of that.
You're also a child.
Yeah, like I was like 13 and you're trying to dry hump a pillow, like saying my name and shit. That's weird.
You know, I'm making all these facial expressions. You're probably seeing on camera, bro. But I'm just thinking about it now. I'm just like, how many of us, like, I'm thinking about the class, right? And I'm just like, how many of us, like, it's now coming to me. It's just like, there was like, what? 300? Something like that?
Frontier for sure, probably around there.
There's
How,
quite a
how
few
many
us.
of our class body turned out bad? That's a question I just
That's a good
haven't
question.
thought. Just hearing that kind of story, I'm just like,
I think we all did pretty well. I don't know of anyone that's like
a
crazy.
pedo yet.
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 I will give that to Alex. There was some weird ass kids, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some of them I really thought were school shooters. Like,
Oh yes,
bro, I was like, he's gonna shoot up this
The
school one
amount
day.
of times my parents would ask me, "Do you think there's any school shooters at there?" And my brain would go to. I felt bad, but I'm just like, man,
That guy,
I'm
he be
sorry.
showing up in military combat every day. He had a bat on him. He would pull out like his little taser, his little fucking glove kits. I was like, yep.
The bro
One
is
of these
really ready
days,
for
and
the
I was like, I
apocalypse.
gotta be nice to this fool because you never know when he makes a decision.
No.
You never know when the day's the day. And then I remember
Wild.
he showed up to school with a bat with nails in it, and they shut down the school and locked it down, and like had him escorted out the building.
Yeah.
And that was in high school.
crap.
Dude. That's what I'm saying. Is like that fool. He was mad annoying in middle school. Like he never shut the fuck up. Like I remember telling him, "Shut up!" Like teacher told us to be quiet, and you're still fucking talking.
You're still running
like,
your mouth.
why are you yapping right now? Like I was mean as fuck to him. I will admit that. So if he was gonna shoot anyone, it was gonna be me for sure.
I was at the fucking top of the list.
No, top of the fucking list.
With a star.
No, literally, it's like Serenity France. Yep. that
Wanted
bitch.
level 5.
No,
Wanted
literally.
level 5.
But like he never shut the fuck up. Like I'm trying to learn.
Which is wild because you never learned anything.
Never
Whoa!
learned shit at all. It was crazy.
It was.
But it's just him talking was annoying because he was always on some political fucking government rampage shit. I was like, I'm 13, dude. I don't care. I can promise you.
Strange times.
But yeah,
No, he wasn't even really in that fucking political shit because he was just fucking pretending to be a communist.
it was
What
out
are you doing?
of nowhere. Like, where did this personality come from? Like, I swear, like,
Man, I watched too many history.
and then it's like,
History
when
Channel
did the
episodes.
military like fit start coming into play? Because I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was
Out
that
of
was
nowhere,
weird.
just military clothes. So it's like,
All right.
fool is finna shoot this place up, and no one's looking at these signs right now. Like, no one sees this shit. I'm in Mrs. House's English class. He's handcuffing students to the desks, talking about he can shock them to death. Like, what?
Excuse me.
Nobody's seen this shit.
Like, that's red flags.
And then, they're gonna tell the news reporter like, we didn't even see it coming. He was such a nice kid, and I'm
And
sitting
then,
there
and
like,
then jump cuts to Serenity. Now that motherfucker was
no,
wild.
that
bro.
motherfucker was
That is
crazy.
strange.
Right?
Yeah, I saw every
Strange
sign and told
things
everybody.
No,
Don't believe me.
every single sign I saw it. Every single progression, it was there.
He was weird, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like he had a little posse. There was also
did.
that one kid that walked around with a bat, little vampire. What is that called?
A necklace?
No,
A
he had
chain?
like a fucking cape on.
Yeah.
Walked around with a vampire cape and flip flops. I thought it was,
That's a raw ass fit. Hold on.
Raw.
Wait a minute.
no, no, it was jeans, flip flops, a black t-shirt, and his cape. And he
kinda
had
raw.
like his hair. He would slick it this way, and it was blonde.
That was in high school, right?
Yep, that was traumatizing.
So weird.
There was also kids in high school who would like walk around with fucking tails and had like the fucking dude.
furries.
I said, I don't know what the fuck I just walked into, but this is not middle school vibes. Because I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
they would have bullied the fuck out of every one of those kids.
I might have been an anime fan back then, but I wasn't part of that. I wasn't
Alex shows
affiliated.
up with a fucking tail. That would have been game over for him.
No, bro. We'll get into it when Fry comes.
that's
by.
high school, but like, dude,
yeah.
middle school, game changer. I grew into like what I liked, what I didn't like. Fucking, I experienced the bullying aspect. I was a bully. Like, I really grew in. I figured out what I didn't like, what I wanted. It was just a lot of eye-opening shit.
Oh,
And yeah, a lot of those relationships and all of those little crushes like progressed in high school, but like not to this extent now. Like they're done now, but like
Yeah.
at least I felt some of those out. I did what I had to do.
You did what you needed.
I was like, I gotta see this through.
But no,
I
yeah.
gotta see where this what could happen.
I guess time to finish the tale of cringe. But to finish
Oh
that,
shit, I forgot.
Oh God!
Cut him off.
I know how this is gonna end.
to
And I hate
finish
it.
the tale of cringe, I first must tell another tale. The tale of Dr. Caleb.
Oh God! Not this persona.
So I guess for context for everybody else out there is throughout my life, I like having like little personas that I take on just as like comedic bits. And the one that I came up with going into 8th grade was
God,
Dr.
I'm
Caleb.
so
Oh my God, Dr. Caleb killed
Yep.
myself.
So
I didn't even know where
now-
that came from. All of a sudden, he's like, call me
So,
Dr.
so
Caleb.
do you want
I
to
said,
do you want to know the origin of that?
no,
Sure.
fuck it.
I actually
So-
don't know.
So it all started after watching Jurassic World, and then me, I think Cliff rented the Lego Jurassic World for me, and I played through that whole game that summer, like basically 100% of that game, and I remember at one point I get to the point where you can make like custom characters. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be Dr. Caleb, like Dr. Grant."
I
but
can't
just
believe it's a
me."
Lego persona,
And,
bro.
and at first it was
No
just gonna.
shot.
At first it was just gonna be like a joke, like, "Oh, he's just a scientist."
His whole
that-
Snapchat name, Dr. Caleb.
It's still on my phone.
It was just supposed to be a one-off joke, just as him being a scientist at Jurassic Park, Dr. Caleb. But Colby decided to start playing Lego Jurassic World with me, and he made a bounty hunter character of himself named Colby Hunts.
Oh my God.
That he spent the entire time of us playing trying to kill me because he said I was evil. And he basically instilled in my mind that Dr. Caleb was a psychotic, evil scientist. And from then on, I was like, all right, that's the character we're
This is
running
my whole
with.
personality for the next like 6 years.
So I went with that going into 8th grade because at the same time too, I was watching Markiplier's Surgeon Simulator playthrough.
Oh my!
So-
Legendary playthrough.
So I just
Legendary.
I took beats from that personality that I created in that playthrough, and then beats from like my own like just psychotic personality, and then Deadpool as well because the new
Dude,
Deadpool
I just
came
watched
out.
the Deadpool Wolverine. That's
Oh,
it.
it's so
The
good.
10 out of 10 recommend.
10 out of
Please go
10.
watch it.
You love to hear it.
You love to see
but
it.
like
no, I love it.
so I go into 8th grade with this Dr. Caleb personality, and I have that like everything's Dr. Caleb. I start having like this whole lore behind Dr. Caleb, especially in Strophy's history class.
Oh my God, Strophy.
Because I had Jarrett and Andrew Kroll.
I think Ben. No.
Robert, no, because Ben joined in when I started like really like writing it in every class. So I had
Signs
Robert
Dr. Caleb.
and Junior. Those were the 5 guys who all created like our own little like history of Dr. Caleb and how they were all like characters within this universe. And so at some point we started making like an empire throughout the school because Strophy like moved the desks so they're like separated like by rows. And we didn't like that because we always had our group the whole school
Did she
year.
have it like squares, like originally where like people were facing?
Yeah.
each other, like 4.
Yeah, and that's how we started off our group.
Yeah, and then she switched it to rows.
And she switched it to rows, and we didn't like that. So we all 5 of us just scooted all our desks together in the center and created just our own little country in the middle. And we're like, we will expand our empire to the outer reaches of this classroom.
Get 6th grade shit. Just like living your best little life.
Pretty much. And so we did that throughout that whole year. We created a whole history of Dr. Caleb. And like with that persona, like I got so much like, I don't know, it's like that persona like imbued power, I guess. Cause like,
Said it's great.
cause everybody was just like going along with it and
They're
just
like, fuck it. He wants to be
agreeing
the
with
Empire
that.
of Frontier. We'll make it
they're
happen.
like, we'll do it.
Dr. Caleb.
It was so fucking weird and retro,
So
bro.
I got like a big head about that whole persona.
Yeah, you tried to bring it into high school, and I was like,
I did not. There's a whole lore behind why I stopped doing that.
Don't do that.
So,
no.
so flash forward, this whole Dr. Caleb persona is coming out, and I'm getting very confident in myself. And
looks back his hair, everything.
flash
He's ready to go.
I think that's
forward.
why he did it.
In part, yeah.
He's like,
it was
this is
part of
gonna be the best thing ever, and then.
But so flash forward to towards like the end of the year, and we start they start prepping us for high school, right? And they keep telling us all these stories of like I don't know why they were fear mongering us.
They made it seem high school is. I feel like middle school is worse than high school.
Middle school was worse than high school, 100%.
I can promise that.
But they're like, you're never gonna see you see all these people around here. You're never gonna see them again in high school. So enjoy the time you have with them now, because after this, it's just gonna get worse.
I saw every single one of those hoes every day.
Like, it got to me. I was like, holy crap! Am I really never gonna see some of these people again? And I look over. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I need to tell Natalie Portman the truth.
Oh my fucking
I didn't tell her.
Natalie Portman the truth.
I was like,
Dr.
oh
Caleb,
gosh.
get out of here.
It started becoming like dire, especially
the Jar Jar Binks calm down.
Especially during like the 8th grade day, where it was like everybody was like dancing on the dance floor and they started playing music. I remember hearing the music. I was like, I have to do it. I have to tell her.
Please,
stop.
And so I get
let the dead be dead.
So we get to the last day of school.
Oh no!
And one of the last days. It's like the last. God. It's like the last week of school. I finally have a phone now at this point.
Oh no! You ask her for like the numbers.
No,
it gets worse.
So
it gets worse.
There's adding on lore. This is why I had to tell a Dr. Caleb story, because I remember on like one of the last days of school, like it was gonna be a big thing where like on our free days I was supposed to like I was gonna go up and like present the story of Dr. Caleb that we wrote. Like in retrospect, it's cringy, but at the time it meant a lot because I spent all year writing this whole story, and so I get ready to go tell it, and like absolutely nobody wants to hear it. They did not want to hear the story that I spent all year writing. So that was just like a arrow to my soul. Just like, oh,
I wasn't even there for that.
You were not there for that.
Could not support you in any way.
Took a hit that day, and I was like,
a hard hit.
Gosh. And then I was like, all right, you know what? It'll be fine. I'll get back up, and I still have the chance. Tomorrow's the last day of school. I'll just have to tell Natalie Portman how I feel. And then a whole other lore happens in between the second to last day and the last day, because my grandpa has a heart attack and dies in Spokane.
I didn't know this.
And so the whole family has to go to Spokane that night.
Oh my
to basically say goodbye to our grandpa, because we were sure he died. So we're like, this is it. And like the doctors were certain, like he's not coming back.
Damn.
Like
it's Jover.
Like there's no way this guy's coming back from this. So we were there until like 3 a.m, just like seeing what was gonna happen. And I think at 3, like he just like came back, and like he was just back alive. And the doctors were like, this is some act of God that this man is still with us.
And I think I was telling you guys about it. It's like where God gives you the last chance, to say your goodbyes, gives you the energy, and then they usually just after that.
But no, he comes back and he's still alive today.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he tells
you're part of the family. You tell me.
No, this is the opposite side of the family.
Okay.
But it's like he told us too. Like he knows he died and he saw God and Jesus, and he's like, yes, I'm ready. Take me with you.
I was like, nah,
not yet, buddy. And they flick him back to Earth. And so I was there, like 13-year-old Caleb. No. Would it be 14? I would be 14 at this point.
Because I was 15, turning 16 my freshman year.
So it was like, I was like, holy crap, my grandpa almost died tonight. And I get home from this whole ordeal probably by like 5 a.m. And my mom still makes me go to school the next day for the last day of school.
I love Mama Perez.
Which in my 8th grade brain, I was like, you know what? I'm grateful for this right now, because now I have the opportunity to tell this girl how I've been feeling this whole time.
Now I have the opportunity.
And I was like, and for sure I might be running on like 2 hours of sleep, but for sure my homies will be here to back me up. Peter and Alex didn't show up to that day of school.
No, we
they didn't show up.
We were playing video games at Peter's house.
So I was literally 2 hours of sleep on my own. having to deal.
You let
go
your
with
homie
this.
do some
I
shit like
didn't
that.
know.
I told him this is
You
my
let
plan.
him do that alone?
I told both of them. I was like,
Cannot.
guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I need you guys both here to help support me to make sure I can get through going with this plan. They're like, yeah, man, we'll do it. Not there for me.
Can I tell you something though? I don't think I ever told you. That motherfucker told me right afterwards. He's like, "Do you want to play video games at my house tomorrow?" I was like, "Low key, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, we finna do
we were
that.
playing zombies, bro.
but no.
We were playing town.
I was like, gosh, dang it, man. And I remember because I was gonna, like, how I usually did on the last day of school was I'd always have her sign my yearbook, and I'd go around having everyone sign my yearbook. But this year, I was just like kind of frozen. Like I have the least amount of signatures in that yearbook because I was just like I couldn't bring myself to do it. Like I couldn't even ask anybody else to sign my yearbook because I was just so like nervous to
All shaking,
ask her to
sweating,
do
and
it.
everything.
Because I knew what was gonna happen once I did. That I was like,
There's only two ways it could go.
There's two ways it can go. It can go good or it can go really bad. And I was like, oh gosh! And it got to the final minutes of the school day, and I was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And so I went home defeated.
You
and I
didn't
was
even
just
do
like,
it? All this stress
I was
for
like,
nothing?
oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't do it. And I can't say luckily, but one of my other friends, she was very curious on who I had a crush on this whole time. And I ended up telling her, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can get you her Snapchat.
The downfall.
And so I get her Snapchat.
I know one, but I don't think it's the one we're talking about. I thought it was.
No.
Oh god,
that's
that
way
arc.
later.
We'll get to that.
That's way
Fuck,
later.
high school was. Oh my god, I'm fucking all the trauma,
But
all
no.
the lore. Holy
So-
shit, dude! Oh my
Lore is
god.
crazy.
So end of 8th
Fuck.
grade, the Dr. Caleb name has been tarnished, run through the dirt.
He didn't even say hi to his one chick he'd been fiending for since 6th grade.
I my cowardice took over that day,
Oh my
and I was
God.
like, man, but I have my
Nothing.
second chance. I have her Snapchat. I can still do something. So I
No.
start trying to text her, but keep in mind, like I've heard the story from other people, like older than me, so I know it's like, yeah, this is just like a thing that awkward teenage boys do. But I didn't know how to talk to people
I'm
through
dead.
text.
God.
Because I remember just like people would try to start streaks with me, but I never had a phone before, so I didn't even know what a Snapchat streak was. So I was like just sending like random messages.
It's so jovial.
And I was like, I don't know what to do. And so I'd like try to like text her, try to start a streak, but I didn't know like what it meant. And at
you
some
want to start
point,
a streak, and then he gets a random snap. He's like, I don't know. what the
at
fuck
some
this is.
point, it was like, I remember like I was texting her a lot, and she's like, "Could you please stop texting me? You're kind of getting annoying." I was like, "Oh gosh, I'm sorry." So I wait like. I stopped texting.
So mean.
I stopped texting her for like.
That's so
I stopped texting
fucking
her for like
rude.
2 weeks, and then like 2 weeks later, I was like, I guess I'll try again. I was like, maybe
It was too soon.
I was like, I know where I went wrong, so I just am like, I'll start a normal conversation. I'm like, hey, how's it going? She blocks me. Blocked.
Oh my
And at that moment,
God.
like,
Crazy,
I
bro.
remember being like, this is weird. I go over to Alex's house, and it was the
had to-
trio together.
I had to tell him.
And I
Oh my
was like,
gosh,
guys,
she's
I was like,
such-
guys, is
whoever the fuck
this?
this is, you're a fucking bitch and a half, because
I
that's
was-
insane.
I was like, guys, I think she might have blocked me. And they're like, because I remember testing it. I was
So
like, I was like,
rude.
Alex, I'm gonna block you real quick, and you send me a text, and we'll see how it goes. And it was the exact same thing that happened, and I was like, oh gosh, what have I done?
No, you ruined that.
I was like,
But I don't even know how you ruined it unless you were sending weird ass shit.
like it was just emojis, just like I was trying to be goofy sending emojis, and I was just like, oh gosh, what have I done?
You know, low key, I'm gonna admit something. Ever since he did all of that, I was scared to text girls in
And
general.
that's not the end of it though.
Oh my God.
Because
Yeah.
You did more?
because at this point I was like, I gotta do something, because I never even told her like how I felt either. So it was
You're
like,
still gonna tell her?
I remember
It
texting
gets
like
worse, I
my
told you.
friends, that were the girlfriends that I had. And I was like, guys, I need to know, like, what do I do? And I remember one of them.
Told you stop talking to
one
her.
of them was like, okay, I'll give you her number.
Mother of God!
Why would they do that?
You just tell her how you feel,
Some
and then
weird
call it
ass
good
dude
right
text
there.
me how they got my number. I don't know, and they're like,
I was like-
I've always loved you.
I was like-
I would lose it.
I was like, yeah, this is. I was like, basically, like, I told her the whole story. I was like, yeah, I sorry, I was weird about it, but it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just weird in general. So I guess this is it. So I'll probably never see you again. And
I saw
and then
her when we started high school.
And then
Yeah.
she texted me. She's like, "Oh, that's sweet." And then I was like, "All right, I guess that's that. I'll never see her again."
Water underneath the bridge.
First day of freshman year starts. She's in like 3 of my classes. I'm like, "Oh
You said
my
I've never been more embarrassed in my
gosh."
entire life. I would literally have to switch schools. There's no way I could follow through with that.
Like,
You're tough for that.
The downfall of Dr. Caleb, and in turn Caleb as
Just a human being.
a human being, was just astronomical.
No, that was like such a downfall. Like, I don't even know how
Like-
we're coming back from that.
I don't know how
There's-
I came back either. To be
No,
honest,
like, there's no way.
It's
like,
never been
shocking.
so Jover.
like, it was so like. I understand with my adult mind, like, yeah, I was being weird, but it's like, how do I screwed that up so bad. I still like feel bad to this day, and it's like, why was I so weird?
So why would I even go ahead with that plan?
Why
like,
was
you
I-
made, like,
But you know what? I don't think you should regret it
I
though,
think
because
it's just middle school.
Yeah,
Like,
it helped
you
you
would have
develop.
told me that plan, I would have told you I would have been like, yeah, man, that sounds like a solid fucking plan.
But everybody was like a yes man to that plan.
Because it was just like, that's middle school. Like,
That's what you
everything,
did in
we don't
middle
see
school.
it.
as a full grown man right now, what I would tell you is you would just be like, either don't text her or just say, you want to go on a date? And she says no, move the fuck on. Let's
No,
go.
It's
literally,
like,
like, I
let's go,
would
let's
have
go.
immediately,
But,
like, after she was being dry or, like, not reciprocating the same energy, block. We're not having this conversation
But it's
anymore.
like, gosh, like, I didn't even know. I didn't feel like I could ask her on a date either, because I thought it'd be stupid having like one of our parents have to drive us around town.
Oh
and
my
No,
stuff.
god!
don't. My mom
Middle
was so
school
right.
dates, like, I remember. Oh my god, what was his name?
Who?
Robin or something. His last name was Robiner, but he was super quiet. Oh my god, I just forgot his name. We went on a date to the movies and it was so cute, but he was like, yeah, I've like had a crush on you since like our 6th grade year, but he was a big Broncos fan. Oh my god, what was his name? It started with a J. Now he don't even live here anymore. He moved. Like, after our date, he was like, I wish I wasn't moving. Like, but no,
Dang.
he was the sweetest man on the planet. But yeah, that was my 8th grade year too. We went on a date and like we hugged at the end of it. And he's like, yeah, I've just always had a crush on you. What the fuck was his name? Oh my
I don't know. You're gonna have to Google
and
this.
No.
this is how I wanted the story to
No,
end.
but it was so cute. Like, this is the cutest little date I ever went on. We went on a date. We hugged. It was not even like embarrassing. It was a vibe.
Crashed and burned.
What movie did we see? I wasn't
probably-
even paying attention because I was so nervous.
But
Because like,
this was
because like
this
I
after-
remember he put his hand like on the wrist like this, and I was like, oh my god.
Was this before 8th grade or after 8th grade?
This is literally 8th grade. This is like after
is
me.
dirt.
Like, it was like I said,
Was
like I
it-
popped
was
off.
it Zootopia?
No, probably that's what I'm trying to. Was it? I don't think it was Lego Batman.
Because
No.
there's Zootopia and Good Dinosaur came out that year.
Oh my god, it was something. But I remember I was zoinked the fuck out. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous.
What's happening?
Like, I couldn't even concentrate during the movie. I was like, oh my god, like the slight hand touch. I was like, okay. I said, this is great.
It's
This
the-
is,
it's
I
the
said,
small things.
It was like he moved at my pace. Like, I was super comfortable. I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, you're not like trying to get me alone or anything, like touching up on me. I was like, this is cool. Like, I like this.
We should bring Serenity for the high school one too, because there's
the 4-person?
genuine like I think we need like a male girl perspective here, especially with Friday.
High school was crazy for me because like the shit I did.
But no, man,
Gnarly.
like
It's gonna get wild. Bro,
No,
next
why,
episode.
the
yo?
downfall
My
of-
mom could literally never know about half the shit I did because it was insane.
The story of Dr. Caleb is a tale of
No, Dr.
hubris.
Caleb, that was tragic.
That was that's
Someone should have stopped
Modern
you
day
immediately.
Icarus.
modern day Icarus. I flew so.
I don't even know who that is.
I flew.
Oh my girl,
I flew.
He said, "Girl," like I'm supposed to know.
I
It's
wanted to
common
fly
knowledge.
so close to the sun.
it is.
I literally I saw the light and I was like, guys, I can do it. I'll do it. Nobody
Literally
told me
just
no.
downfall
Nobody
was
said it was a
crazy.
bad idea. Nothing I did was a bad idea in anyone's eyes.
Adult Alex, now don't do that.
Don't
Don't do that.
Adult Caleb just wants
if
to go.
you see your kid progressing in the same path as Caleb, stop him.
Adult, if I could go back in time,
Just, like,
I would
shake
go
you.
back to my past self and just absolutely pummel myself.
no, like
Don't talk to her.
Look at what the fuck you've done to me. Like, go
Like,
crazy.
literal
He has, like, a
Omni-Man
great
on-
podcast.
You idiot! I know what you're about to do.
What's another 18 years?
That's another 18 years. I would destroy a landscape beating myself.
Okay, the one thing I do remember about Alex in middle school is he was always talking about how he was a virgin, especially in high school.
Hey,
it progressed.
hey, we have all
No.
the regrets. I regret it too.
No, like all he talked about and all he wanted to do, and it
I was a
progressed.
hornball.
It progressed even worse in high school, and I was like,
was.
at some point,
We'll get to
I
it.
was like,
We'll
how
get to it.
fucking hard is it? Like,
That is
Oh no.
that is wild.
because like
That
in
is
my
wild.
mind, like I could have done it at any point, any time, but I chose like holding out. I held out for a while, actually. That was crazy. That was
I
crazy.
did too in retro.
You didn't.
Oh no,
I
I
don't
did.
think
I did.
He said I had opportunities all the time.
No, I know. No, we'll get to the
one-
No,
story.
no, we'll
Stories
get to
good.
the. But no, yeah, I
to
definitely that was an experience. Definitely, first time was crazy.
Okay, I'll say this in terms of what my interests and my love interests and like how I was feeling, at least developing like that. I was a horrible. I'll be totally honest, but I thank God every day for working at Leprechaun and talking to fucking Terrence and Victor, because those motherfuckers unironically put me
Victor's-
on a path.
No, because I remember he would tell me, he's like, "Hey, should I do this or do this?" Because he started working at Harvest Foods out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, he spawned, and I was like, "Where the fuck did you come from?"
Hello.
And I was like, "Yeah, I guess Alex works here. That's cool." But he was fiending, and he
was.
would talk to Victor and them, and then he would come up to me and be like, "Hey, should I do this? Should I?" And I was like, "I don't know. That's kind of weird." Like,
I learned. It was a learning experience.
yeah, it definitely was.
When this guy had his arc, I had mine.
That's
And
what,
I learned.
that's what I'm saying. Like the downfall of me almost has its like positive consequences, because like the reverberations of the downfall actually could directly
it helped
affected
you.
Alex's choices.
It did. I will be full
Everybody
honest.
learned from
Everybody
Caleb.
else like
I was-
learned from
I was-
my downfall.
I was cringy and
No,
young
like,
teenage
he
boy
was
and horny.
always talking about it, and I was just like, "Dude, someone fuck this kid already!" Like, please.
And eventually it worked out in the end.
yeah,
worked out.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
It's
glad
good.
we all worked out. We all got to where we got. Look at us. We're all good, healthy, happy.
I'm good, brother. I'm
I'm
happy.
chilling. I'm vibing.
We are up, boys. We are up.
we made it.
Fuck.
I might have been cringy. I might have been,
No,
a
cringe as
classical
fuck.
teenage boy, but it ended up
No,
perfect.
so bad. Alex was so bad. Like, now that I'm thinking about, like, the memories are coming back.
That's
I
gonna watch
suppressed
this
them.
episode and go.
I suppressed his memories. I was like, no, there's no way.
Alex was young.
He
Alex
was
was an interesting character. I don't think it was until like 18 where I kind of was like, okay, hold on, brother.
He said, maybe
yeah.
this is bad. He's like, maybe this isn't my
No, because I
personality.
think that was when the fucking brain started kicking in. It was like, okay, we need a little
we
bit
need
of
to
an
take a
attitude
step back
adjustment
here
here.
and like everybody relax. Like, this is cool.
I'm gonna be honest. Since you've known me for most like almost my entire teenage and now adult life, have I dramatically shifted?
Oh yeah, so this is a story I wanted to get to. I remember the end of 7th grade. Like me and Alex were walking in the halls, like
God, I so
going
cringe
towards
hearing
one of the
this.
last day of schools. And I remember Alex was like, "Bro, next year during 8th grade, I'm gonna try to be with the cool popular kids now. Like that's my goal. I want to be one of the cool popular kids."
And it kind of ended up working out.
And I was like, "Alex, like you referring them as the cool popular kids already means it's not gonna work out." Like
You said it's
like
not gonna happen.
you don't need to try to do anything. Just be you. Just
yeah, just be friendly.
have fun
Yeah.
being Alex.
And Alex said no.
no.
That's not what's
It
gonna
didn't happen in 8th grade, but eventually I kind of got the clue. And by the time in like high
was,
school,
like, high school.
I was like always around them. I'm like, oh, I kind of did that.
No,
Oh,
I
neat.
kind of. And that's the thing is, I was like, oh, I know those guys are like cooler, like, or more people like them. I guess, yeah, they were cool and popular, but I didn't see myself as that. But then once you get older and you realize, like, damn, all these people did know me. Like, I was hanging out with all of those fools. Like, I partied with all of them, and I was like, Maybe I was there, but not there.
Outside of high school, no. But in high school, I was like, yeah, everybody kind of fucking knew. It was weird. It was really weird how
maybe
that
that's what altered my mindset too, because I liked hanging out with the nerds all the time. Like just throughout
You said I
my
enjoyed
whole
that
school experience, I'd always hang out with the nerds. And I remember a few of them would complain to me that like the popular kids would like pick on them. But I was like,
Not bullies.
I was like,
Bullies?
man, they've never done anything to me.
No,
like
he said I'm fine.
they genuinely like think I'm cool. Like when we'd play football out there, like a lot of my friends would not get the ball thrown to them, but they'd always throw to me because I had a good arm and I could run super fast.
No, see, and I think that's what really helped with sports, definitely throughout my middle school and high school, is because I got to like integrate with them, and I was pretty good at some sports. In some of them, like volleyball, I was pretty good at.
Yeah, you did. What did you do? You did volleyball?
I did volleyball, basketball, and then progressed in high school.
Didn't you do wrestling?
Yep, I did wrestling all throughout high school. And like I think that really helped because everyone was like, "Oh my god, like Serenity's a wrestler, like that's crazy."
I
was too, right?
no, she was a cheerleader.
She was a cheerleader.
Really?
Yeah.
No, she did wrestling in middle school.
That's
That's
right.
And then she quit because like it's not really an atmosphere. They don't create an accepting atmosphere for girls in the wrestling. Like they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Like pretty much that. Like this is a guy sport. You should know that. But mind you, I was great. I think my first year ever wrestling, I had won 19 matches and lost 14. But mind you, I was wrestling girls. I was wrestling at 196 pounds, and I was wrestling girls who weighed in at 235 on the dot.
God.
And
Jeez.
I
Damn.
was taking them down. Like all of them after the match would be like, "Damn, you're strong as fuck." Like I did not.
Imagine if you were actually properly in your own weight class. You would have a higher record.
I would have dominated it, and I regret not doing wrestling in my younger years because I was like, I could have been fucking great. Because like,
crazy.
no, I would have been a fucking beast. Because when I started, like, I was so behind on the game. Like they'd been prepping and wrestling for years, so it's like if I would have had that extra couple years and put a little bit more dedication into like losing weight and really trying to get into my weight class, then I would have been a fucking monster. I feel like I would have done great things out there. But I think I got to state one year, but I did not win at all. I did not get there. No, I don't think it was state. It was what's before state? I think it's regionals.
Yeah,
It's regionals.
Yeah, so I made it to regionals and I lost. And then only certain people got to go to state. It depends on your weight, but no, I did pretty good in my first year. Like really good. Even my coach was like, "Yeah," and they made me team captain the next year. And I was like, "Yep." I was like, "This is my shit. This is my place." And then yeah, we graduated. So
Car number 3 over here.
I said, then that was that. So yeah, I really enjoyed sports, especially basketball was my favorite in middle school because I was pretty decent at it and I was faster. And then volleyball, I think I was still uncomfortable with my body because like we had to wear the spandex and like everything was tight. I was getting boobs. Everyone was looking at me. I was like, oh my God, I'm so like even my volleyball pictures were like, I was so awkward. I was like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, but yeah, it took some getting used to, but high school, I loved volleyball. Like I said, yes, everybody look at me, my spandex. No, I was very comfortable in high school. And then I think my junior year, I did not make the team because
How?
I was just not at the level I needed to be for a junior player. And I can recognize that now. But I think it's because I lost my dedication to it. I just was like, I'm not interested anymore. And I started noticing that if you're going to be on varsity, it's because your parents either knew them or you had some interconnections, like you were friends with them. It wasn't a very fair selection because I remember Dayton. He only came to 1 day of tryouts. Mind you, tryouts are 3 days long or whatever. This is high school, or we're in the wrong section.
But yeah, I guess just to end off my portion of the middle school era is just thinking back from elementary school to middle school is just like I was such like a personality that I feel like a lot of people like
Gravitated
towards me. So like I don't know. It's just weird because it's like a double-edged sword in a way where I was such like a hyper prominent, excitable personality, but then it got to the point where when it like actually like mattered to like forming like a actual like relationship and connections with like real connections, or it's like kind of like
Not friendships.
Well, I guess it was just kind of. It basically is just like, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me a lot of the times, I guess.
He said it was done.
It was Jover.
It was Jover. Like I can be, like a big personality like me just sometimes doesn't connect with people.
Oh, that's the same thing. Is like I feel like I was very friendly and friends with everyone, would crack jokes with everyone. But when it came to like the dude I was in a relationship with or someone that I liked, I was mute. I was like, I can't stop. I can't talk to you. Like,
I don't think that's mute. I think you were. There's a word
I
for
was
that.
like way too shy. Like I was just like, I literally could never. I never actually told any guy that I liked them. Like I never verbally was like, yeah, I like you. Like I never did that. The one person I asked out was, but like I had
trauma.
I had ask him out for me. Ask like, is he still interested in dating me? Because like. I'm interested now, but like that I think was the furthest I've ever went. I don't think I've ever after that point ever asked out a guy after that. It was just like,
even now,
yeah, the
Holy
guy
shit.
the man that I've been with now for the last 5-6 years.
Holy shit,
which is crazy because our first video that we all did together, me and him had barely it was like 2 years in. So yeah, we've been together a minute now. I'm all in love and everything. It's cool.
That's good.
But
That's
like
good.
he asked me out. Like I remember because I tell every guy, I was like, you're not gonna ask me out over text. Like you need to ask me in person because I will say no if it's over text. Like you're not gonna do that to me. That's crazy. But no, he ended up like asking me out on his lunch break. We were in his car.
lunch break is wild.
No, because like we used to work like right next to each other. I worked in the nursing home and he worked at Bud Clary. And so like he would take our lunches. Like we would take lunches like extended, like on the clock, still clocked in. Like it was bad. Like we stole money from companies.
Oh, I did all the time too.
No, for sure. Not a fucking world.
Good time.
And I remember he was like so nervous and like his voice like cracked and he's like, would you like want to be my girlfriend? And I was like, stop it. I was like, yes.
Gotta love it. I love to hear it.
Okay.
No, it was great. It was a beautiful and obviously it worked out.
I will say this before we get into the high school episode. I'm grateful for middle school because fuck, man, I'm kind of proud of the man that I am today. Like I've dramatically changed, and I'm all like, thank God that happened.
Yeah.
But fuck, am I happy it's
like
over.
Middle school's like a beautiful experience because you get to be truly yourself and really see what works and what doesn't work in the real world. Like you can really see it because I know, like I said, when I got to 8th grade, I was like hypersexual. Like I was like, oh my God, like everything. And I realized like I had to tone it down getting older because like not many people are comfortable with like their sexuality and like how that happens. And like you learn over time like being that type of person is due to past traumas and all that extra shit. So it was definitely like I'm beautiful, like I'm glad for all of my experiences and all the people I came across. It was just like, damn, that's a whole lore right there. That's open that book, cringe as fuck.
Yeah.
Really makes you just want to like, why would I do that?
Looking back on it for me is definitely like, oh gosh.
An open wound.
I definitely like.
It doesn't close.
If there's anything I can take out of that, it was I definitely needed the ego death to happen.
No, he said I needed it to die for it. I think definitely switching from chief mode to frontier was a very good decision on my part because I feel like the bullying and harassment that I did get at chief mode just wasn't a good atmosphere, and it really did dig down into my confidence. And so going to frontier, I already just assumed that everyone was like, oh, she's ugly. I just assumed everyone thought I was ugly.
Wild,
no, it was a switch around. I was like, oh my God, like what? And so it gave me a little bit more of my confidence back.
You know what? This might be, I don't know how fucked up this is going to sound, but it's like, it's just basically the ugly duckling.
No, that's what it was.
Yeah, actually.
I think when I was first going through puberty, I was in that awkward phase where like, my features didn't line up and like I was just growing into like my woman self, but it wasn't there yet. Like 6th grade, definitely I was not where I needed. And then 7th grade, like, okay. And then 8th grade, they were like, oh, and then freshman year, it was like, holy shit, like Serenity France is like kind of pretty. And I was like, stop. And then I finally learned how to like do makeup and like really like, I guess grew into like.
What was the makeup game? Now that I think about it.
I remember in middle school, like everyone would wear red lipstick to school, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like that's some bright ass red lipstick and you guys are just obsessed. And it was also like powder was such a big deal back then, so it would be like bright red, and then you just had powder. It looked like on their faces, and contour was crazy.
Right.
Like it would be like the dark, like my skin tone contour on some white chick. And I was just like, and they like, you could tell like the blending was not like a thing either. And then eyebrows. Those thick fucking, like, where you draw them on.
I remember that.
Dude, I was just like,
God.
that was crazy. And my thing is, I didn't start wearing makeup until my junior year of high school. So, like, I was barefacing it up. Like, I didn't really start doing that because I was like, I don't.
Shout out to all the girls who didn't put on makeup until their fucking senior year.
No, it was crazy. Like, shout out to you guys. You guys really pulled through. But makeup got me my junior year because I ended up getting that James Charles makeup palette. And yeah.
Wasn't that bitch like $120?
Yeah. I got it for my birthday, gifted to me by my mom, because I know I was using her eyeshadow at the time, she's trying to practice. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she doesn't have colors in her palette. It was all like the neutrals, the browns. So I got really good at those. And then when I saw color, I was like, oh my God. Like I would do like rainbow. Like I was
still do that or no?
Oh yeah. It's only once in a while, because right now the makeup that I'm wearing now is pretty much like
the basic stuff we show up today.
This is what I would show up. It takes me 15 minutes to do. Wake up, put it on, call it a day. But when I get glammed up, when I get dolled up, when I'm ready to go out, eyeshadow is beautifully blended. It's gorgeous. So the progression from middle school to here, because I would do makeup at my house, never wear it out. Because like in middle school, but like I'd practice because I was like, everybody's wearing it, like let's see. But like I didn't understand like shades of foundation, I didn't understand contouring, I didn't know blending. Like it was rough, so like I would never leave the house with it on. But definitely progression from middle school to high school was huge. Once I started wearing it out, I had to wear it out because I shaved off one of my eyebrows on accident. I was cleaning it up and I don't know what I did, but I went down and half my eyebrow was gone. And I was like, Mom, I can't go to school like this. And she's like, you're going to have to fill in your eyebrows. And I was like, how do I do that? I didn't know what to do. And so, yeah, we went out and like bought some makeup.
Well, me and Caleb never fucking noticed. So you did a goddamn pretty good job.
No, yeah, I was living my best little life with half a fucking eyebrow for like, it literally took like 3 months for it to fill in. Jeez. Because it was like patchy. I was like, it's over. My fucking eyebrow is gone. Like, what the fuck?
Good job. Middle school Serenity. Yeah,
I did a great job, guys. Like, fuck, that shit was rough as fuck. Because I was like, everyone's gonna know that eyebrows filled in. Like, and then I had PE, and I was like, dude, if I start sweating, what if I wipe off my fucking eyebrow? Like, what do I do? And she was like, you're just gonna have to take it to school with you. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
I was supportive.
No, my mom was ready. I think my mom lived through me throughout all of my school experiences, because my mom got pregnant with me when she was 16. So 17. She really...
Damn, I didn't know you went to high school twice.
Yeah, it's rough.
Went to high school twice.
I pulled up. I said senior year.
So fool.
No, yeah. So my mom didn't get to experience most of that. And even like her school like life was different. So she really lived through me for sure. And she was like, no, like, yeah. And she didn't do sports. She wasn't like active like that in her school. So yeah, it was definitely different. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Middle school was fucking dope.
I had some good times. I know a lot of the homies will just bring up the cringe moments, but yeah, I definitely remember
but those are the fun times when your homies are cringe as fuck. Yeah, I remember my homies being cringe as fuck, and I was like, "There's no way." Yeah, like some of the girls I would hang out with, they had like crushes on dudes where I was like, "There's no way." I can promise you, there's no way like he would ever go out you. But I'm not gonna say it because like I'm a supportive friend, but I knew deep down I was like, "You're making a mistake."
This is longer than last episode. I kind of have to pee, so can we wind down?
I'm set.
But yeah,
but no, he finished his story.
I think I genuinely thinking back on it, Natalie Portman definitely knew that I had a thing for her.
She had to.
Yeah, I do.
We're not that oblivious,
but like I think Alex.
We are.
Alex said it out loud like multiple times too.
Oh yeah, so she definitely just ignored it because she didn't want to let you down. I think that's the one thing about middle school girls is I would ignore people that I knew that had a crush on me because like I can't break the news to them. Like I'm not like I can't break them like that.
And then 8th grade, we'll get into the White Deer saga, but like 8th grade is when it started.
Oh,
it was very light. It was a very small crush, but Nat's gonna be locked in this fucking episode next.
Ooh, I don't know if it was small though, from what I remember.
Oh no! Hold on. Context: small for the time.
Small for the time.
I'm dead.
Small for the time. No, I won't lie. I think I probably got really quiet about it, but it was borderline an obsession in high school. But thank fucking God
You said, thankfully, I ran from
You
it.
finally got out of
I
it.
clicked and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, my adult brain kicked in. I was like, are you fucking
Are
stupid?
you stupid?
You fucking dumb. Any actions I say in any of this podcast and the future podcast, I don't agree with my actions no more. Adult Alex fucking is like,
No,
are you
like
a moron?
anything I've said and all those crushes I had, they're dead. They're
Yeah,
dead. So don't
straight up, don't-
like they're gone. But
I hate
like
it.
back then, those were my life. That was like, oh my God, I had a diary and I was writing diaries. Like, yep, this man right here.
This
like
man.
right now, I'm madly in love and I love my man. He's perfect. But yeah, definitely back then, the crushes, the feelings, like those were so hard. Like
Yeah, they were
you
real.
just remember feeling
Crushes
your
were
crushes so
crazy.
deeply, like. And like I'd get hurt when I saw them talking to like other girls.
Oh,
I'd be like,
God,
oh
don't
my
bring-
God.
I
like,
was. Oh my God,
Colin
Alex
and
hated.
TJ.
no, like
Alex
I was
hated.
so hurt. Like
Bro.
I would like scratch their name out like of my crush list. I was like, never again will I like this.
was-
I was like
Alex
so
was a
deeply.
grade A hater when it came to somebody talking to his crush.
Brother, I have never in my life, even as an adult now, hate as much as I hated back then when somebody was talking to my crush.
No,
bro.
dude,
it was
someone-
on
But
sight,
it's
dog.
like I knew they didn't know that I liked them. I knew that I've never made like any moves towards them, but like, why the fuck are you talking to her?
I'll kill you.
Like,
I'll kill you.
why the fuck is she talking to you? Like, what are you telling her?
Oh
Like,
God,
like,
it was
no,
so
like-
stupid back
Yeah.
then, but it's
Jealousy
so funny.
was-
Stupid children.
And that's when I
man.
realized like I need to chill because my jealousy was like out of hand. Like it was crazy. I was like, yep, I'm gonna kill that bitch later.
But but talking about it now, this kind of just confirms my ideas back then that girls were just wild.
Mean.
They were mean
No,
and
like I
wild.
did not care. I'm telling you, anything that I thought was attractive, I now have a crush on you. Yep. And I would obsess, and then randomly would die off, and I'd be like, "No, I'm good."
The hyperfixation.
It was like the fixation, and then I was like, "Yep, this is it." And then it would just be like, "It's not.
Never
like
mind.
you're not really that cool." Like it was just a phase, and then I'd move on. But like my crushes were so intense. Like that's all I remember. I was like, "Yes."
Yes.
And like my dreams were so vivid, like dude, it was bad. The
yeah.
dreams were crazy back then.
Oh
dreams.
God, I don't know. Stop.
And
stop.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Wind
It's-
down. Wind
I
down.
don't know.
Wind down.
Like it was so bad. Like in like my little daydreaming or like fantasies were like insane. I was like him saving me or like it was just always like
Saving
so,
the school
But-
scenario.
it was
my
always
fr-
just like, or like, you know, you'd see like a movie and like an intense like romantic scene and you're just like, that's us. Like this is like, I was such a hornball. Like it was
the
insane.
difference between Serenity's fantasies and my fantasies in middle school.
No, I
it never
always, like,
changed.
the
I was
ones were, like,
I'll sacrifice myself.
He was
for
like
school for
saving
clothes.
me and like, oh my God. And just like, it was like the intimacy part, like being touched. It wasn't like the actual like intercourse or like kissing. It was just like the touching of the body. I was like, oh my God, like just if this man hugs me right now, like I might burst. Like this is crazy. So yeah.
You're not beating saving the princess allegations.
No. I like
need a hero.
no, like I'm telling you,
It's bad.
I'd do anything for a man to hug me back then. I'd do anything.
But anyway.
Especially my crush, just like to walk by and like touch my shoulder, I'd be like, oh my fucking God, like this is everything. So like
Oh, man.
definitely, yeah, it was just the little touches where like you get like a heart rush. You're like, I'm all warm and sweaty right now. All clammy and
Oh,
shit. I was like,
gosh.
yeah, no. So yeah, definitely crushes really were a big part of my middle school experience because I was like, how do you control yourself?
Yeah, I think
Like,
that's
how do
a
I
big
not,
part
like-
of everyone's. To be
How do I
honest.
like not run up and like attack this man right now?
You just don't understand what you're feeling anymore.
Yeah,
like,
it was like such an overload. Like that's really what I remember was like that overload of like
the feelings.
Just if for anybody who's just skipping to this point or just got to this point, basically the reasons why we did anything back
was
then.
for peen, not them, but for me.
Well, probably halfsies on that one.
No,
but
peen, for
like
sure.
it
the
was
hormones were so
So
crazy. and
high, bro.
I can't
bullshit.
even like
Shit.
It's like I'm telling you, a 6th grade year, nothing,
Nothing.
nothing, nada. You could literally fucking caress me, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
I guess
Seventh grade?
You breathe in my direction.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gone.
I guess I was ahead of the game then, being first day of 6th grade.
No, you
taken
definitely
aback.
puberty hit you like a fucking truck out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Deep voice,
Just like,
everything.
Just like life hit me like a truck.
No, literally doom. But no, 8th grade, I'm telling you, like, it took so much self-control. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, these guys are so fucking cute right now.
I wonder what Fry's
What
gonna
it was,
say.
but like if you had like
High
a
school
fucking
students are
piercing in your ear,
crazy.
I was done for. That little glimmer, it was the tan. If you had like a perfect tan, a little beauty mark, and I saw, oh my God, I was like, and that's when I realized like I really do love my Mexican men. Like I really do love them. Like that was everything.
We got papers.
Because I started dating to my 8th grade
God,
year.
I remember that.
Dude, it was so awkward, and I guess he was dating at the same time and didn't inform me that.
Double dipping.
Yeah, and so I broke up with him. I was like, yeah, like, no, you have a whole girlfriend. Like, you forgot to mention that part of the story.
insane.
But no, and that's when I was like, it was the accent. And I was like, I really love this. And like, just the culture. And like, I started seeing more Mexican women. I was like, oh my God, like, these are beautiful men. These are great. This is amazing. And like, I was like the clean, like wearing Air Forces and the jeans and a nice shirt. I was like, oh my God, this is everything. So yeah, I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed, especially like when I see my man wearing a nice pair of jeans and a shirt. I said, stop it. It was the haircut. The haircuts get me.
I know what haircut you're fucking talking about. Too. I hated that cut, bro.
Like
it was so stupid.
No, I was
Edgar cut?
obsessed.
No, not that cut. I know what motherfuckers did. Like low, kind of low.
It's a low taper fade with the fuck. Oh my God, I was
but
like,
it wasn't an Edgar. Edgar's have developed from that.
Yeah, no, but this.
God, I hated that fucking
No,
haircut.
it was
Stupid
so
looking.
beautiful. I was like, oh my God, what are we doing? Oh my God, get a little chain in there. I said. I said, okay, everybody relax.
Yeah.
No, like, and it's like sometimes I would be like, do they know that I'm staring? Like, I would be like, fuck.
Do they know?
Fuck. They know I'm looking at them.
Does he know?
Does he know?
And even like a little Cowboys had me for a moment. Like, you show up with a fucking belt buckle or some shit on, you got me. You got me there. You really got me.
I don't know if you'll be on the next episode,
I
but
like-
what was your interest in high school then? Now I'm just fucking curious.
No, high school, I ventured. I really went
ventured?
outside. Like, because, like I said, middle school, like, I had a variety. Like, everybody had a crush on. But then I was, like, narrating, like, little things. Like, oh, I like that. I like that. And then in high school, you become, like, more sexual. Like, you want to try new stuff. So, like, it then became different. I was like, what do I like? Do I like this type of body type? Do I like this? Like, how do I know, like, this is this? Like, it became very specific. So definitely in high school, I ventured more. Yeah, I ventured. That's for sure. I had a lot of different varieties. I just like trying stuff. But like I said, after high school, I was like, yeah, these little Mexican men right here. This is everything.
Remember when you said you wanted somebody taller than you?
No, taller. And definitely I tried the short stuff out. And it wasn't bad.
Trying to look for a tall Mexican is trying to look like
No.
a fucking
Hold on,
unicorn.
gang. I gotta go real quick.
No, yeah.
I think we just should wind down. We've been doing for 2 hours. Should I
No.
end?
Hold on.
He said, chill, I gotta pee.
You know what, Alex? Yeah, end the podcast.
Okay.
We never ended the podcast.
No. Now
Crap,
looking
I was like a fire
when that
hydrant.
when,
Obviously, the pod ended when he ended it, but like, yeah.
Did you actually end the podcast?
no, I did
Because
it.
that's high school lore more
Well,
than...
Flash cut. Hi, Kayla's back. Well, with that all being
back.
said, I hope you enjoyed the middle school little outing here.
Yes.
We will say, as all of us being adults and all of our cringy actions, we do not support them, but we went
We
through
were
them
cringy
and we
We
as fuck.
learned, and that is for any
Hopefully
of
you learn from
to learn
specifically
from.
Caleb's mistake,
Yeah, learn.
not ours.
Just don't try.
I feel like I
Next
didn't-
episode, you're gonna learn from my mistakes.
Oh, next
Oh my
episode,
God.
you're gonna learn how
Oh my
little you
god!
should
If I
try.
am on the next episode, yeah, I made a lot of mistakes in high school. Definitely a lot. And you'll learn from that too, if you do.
Yes. Well, with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
Deuces.
Peace out.